deliver the tragic news and brace for Neil's reaction.
Well, I gotta give my sister a walk. This is gonna ruin everything. Everybody think I wanna let her down slow. And I don't want somebody at fault for nothing. No. I said she was hurt.
So that's why we're making this into what we need to have you around available for us, okay?
I need to get me a new one, D.
No, I'd like to
some
see
help?
my sister.
Me, they can't, huh?
You're not leaving.
You're not leaving, is that right? You're not leaving. Oh, is that right?
Mother's deceased. One of you, so we know that saw her last and we talked to.
I didn't see her last night.
You did too.
Here,
I seen
you
her
had it
last
turned the wrong
night.
way.
You walked in on
I did.
You were last on the order, so you're the only one we have.
You're the last person that saw her, correct?
I didn't see her last night until they told me to go in there.
Absolutely, we know that. But then you spoke with her at Ether.
I knew it.
You spoke with her at Ether.
You can't do turn live chat.
After learning
You
of
can't
his
do
mother's
her
death,
live chat
Neil
because
grew
it's live book
increasingly
only.
agitated
Well, yeah, I'm
throughout
one
the
person in
remainder of
here,
the
so.
interview,
Huh?
eventually requesting a lawyer
What?
and forcing
on
detectives
puppet
to
now.
end their questioning.
Oh no, that's just my other phone.
With Neil shutting down the interview and refusing to cooperate further, detectives had no choice but to find another way to identify Norma's mysterious date. Hoping for a breakthrough, investigators sent officers to search for additional surveillance footage from locations Norma and her date passed by that night, and they quickly hit the jackpot. One security camera clearly captured the vehicle Norma's date was driving. By running the license plate, detectives identified him as James Carter. Detectives urgently needed to speak with James, the only other known person at Norma's house that night besides Neil. When they first approached him, he was uncooperative and outright denied seeing Norma. It wasn't until officers obtained a warrant for his cell phone data that he and his lawyer agreed to speak, on the condition that James received immunity and would not be subpoenaed for the trial. Once immunity was secured, he cooperated, provided a DNA sample, and shared his account of the
It'd be
evening.
funny we get
James
people in here,
explained
they
that
call
he
their
met
info
Norma
in
while
this.
waiting inside Plenty of
They're like,
Fish and
"Hey,
arranged to
nah,
meet her
turn it
workplace
around, you
before
know?"
going to the bar for a few drinks. After leaving the bar, Norma invited him back to her house and they spent an intimate hour together at Norma's. However, James insisted Norma was alive and unharmed when he left around 11 p.m.
I mean,
Cell phone data
this voice is a
corroborated his
big
story,
popular voice
placing
on
him back in
YouTube,
St.
so I
Louis,
don't
where
know.
he lived, well before the estimated time
Especially
of
if you get
Norma's
some that are
death.
into this.
They also
With James
doing video
Carter
on
officially
YouTube.
cleared, the investigation
I'm trying to
was
see if they
narrowed
don't
to
attack me
two
or not.
suspects,
There's
Neil
no
Howard
music in
and
it though,
Terry
is it?
Gates. Both
Yeah,
men had
that could be
needs and opportunity. Both shared complicated, deeply rooted relationships with Norma. But without any physical evidence, detectives couldn't solve this with timelines alone. They needed a clearer understanding of Norma's personal life to pinpoint which of the two suspects was more capable of killing her. To do this, investigators brought Norma's daughters in, Andrea and Jenny, as well as Neil's girlfriend, Dawn, hoping their insights would single out the likely killer. However, these interviews would instead reveal a hidden detail from Norma's personal life, one that would turn the very people brought in to help into potential suspects themselves.
I could put this on TV. Go.
I really appreciate the time. And then just.
Hello. 4 people in here
My
now.
biggest issue is, you know, I love my mom. Me and my mom have always been super close.
What for now too? I mean, it still count.
He has just totally broken her down. So, do you think, you know, could have nothing issue to hurt your mom?
Now hit people in here.
That's what I was asking. Especially when he's drunk and drugging and, I mean, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what's going on with your mom.
She was so in love with that man, it's sickening. You know, and
Okay, I can
just my
cut the
mom's
TV down up.
relationship
Turn
with
up
Terry
louder.
meant more to her.
Did you do that?
Than the relationship with her daughter. Well, and I guess what I'm saying is that
We got 5 in here.
Terry just uses my mom, you know, for her money and calls her fat and, you know, she just lost a bunch of weight. That being said, she would look for love on a lot of these dating sites. And so when we were living with her, she would, Andre, come here, you know, she was talking to multiple different, and I even said to her one time, I'm like, you're gonna end up dead. Like, you don't even know who you're talking to. I mean, I've been over there several times since then, and this is what I
You
can
okay?
tell you. My
Yeah.
mom and Neil are both alcoholics. My
Hate
mom
people.
doesn't handle hers very well.
Mama don't
She,
handle her.
becomes
well.
very
Her
belligerent.
alcohol.
And every time she's been belligerent with Neil, he always tucks his head and goes downstairs. I know my brother better than anybody in this world. Like, I am my brother's keeper, for real. And he wouldn't have hurt her. He wouldn't have. I've been through this before, you know.
Andrea and Jenny's interviews further confirmed that Norma's relationship with Terry and Neil was strained,
How come we
troubled,
killed that kid
and
people in here?
complicated.
Outside.
And Andrea's subtle mention that she'd been through this before reinforced the detective's concerns about the family's violent past. However, when Neil's girlfriend Dawn entered the interview room,
Hi.
she would reveal something detectives never saw coming.
Nora
A financial motive
7654.
powerful enough
I'm paying
to
that
make
right.
everyone
Hello.
close to
How
Norma
you doing?
a
How you doing? Okay.
potential suspect.
This morning, when we knew what happened, and we all just pulled up, Terry shows up. Well, what happened to Norma? 6 o'clock in the morning, we all just showed up on site. Terry should not have known anything that would happen, but yeah. he showed up at the house.
Lisa, Gus.
Norma had dated last week.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't know who it was.
Hello, everyone.
She always knew being spicy.
Thank you
I
for the
never know.
donation. 100 for Google.
Norma has had her time
Go.
even though she's been on
I
this
can help.
morning. So I can know
100
to
Two.
everything in my life
Oh.
has been Terry.
She said 100 for 2 jewels. Nice.
Thank you.
Terry is a big problem.
If y'all could do me a favor and write this
Terry
thing.
thought that his income was coming to a close. That she was dating. It would probably make him very angry. She had an escrow.
And what's the name? The one that just donated. K. I cannot.
Okay, $5 million.
You're saying this year, Norma would have gotten the house.
Camilla.
Shout out to you, Camilla.
$5 million.
That's a beautiful name.
Yeah, certain. Because I did, I don't know that he's worth that much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
According to Dawn,
Okay,
Norma was due to
no.
receive a multi-million-dollar payout from the estate of her late husband, Charles Carricker, a former mayor of Troy, Illinois, and a longtime local
I love my
businessman. This revelation
I think they will.
changed everything.
It went down from one.
Suddenly, anyone close to
That's
Norma
four?
who knew anything
Oh,
about the
what
money
about up
had a
four?
potential motive. Neil Howard, her financially dependent son struggling with alcoholism. Terry
Also
Dietz,
love making
her
people day
ex-boyfriend
and night.
known for financial manipulation, and even her daughters, Andrea and Jenny, who stood to inherit a life-changing sum. With the suspect pool rapidly expanding, detectives began preparing to closely examine everyone who might benefit from Norma's death. But before they get to that, they caught a lucky break.
Thank you for another.
Neil
100
Howard
for
suddenly
Google.
requested to speak to detectives
thank you.
without a lawyer.
Thank
Was quickly
you.
brought back for a second interview.
It
where he
mean
would
a lot.
Finally provide detectives with some clarity, or so they hoped.
My mom, she
The look on your face. I mean, when you heard that, the look on your face.
One guy. She, you know these guys?
Don't
I know, one,
on my face.
but
It was like,
somehow she going online.
We need to be watching a scary movie and get you on jump scares.
I do it now.
That's gonna be tough for you as her son.
I mean, I can edit it and remove movie way doing cause
I didn't see her yesterday.
I don't know what kind of movie you
One
want.
guy to the other. And my sister was supposed to come
Good
by
Lord.
and take me to our old
Thank
house,
you.
which is in Troy, to clean it.
Thanks.
Make sure it was clean, 'cause she was showing it. My sister.
What
didn't
her
show
name is?
up.
Camilla.
Camilla?
Camilla.
Camilla? Who shout out to you, Camilla?
Called me when she was leaving her other job to ask me if she wanted anything to eat.
If you move that little mouth, then the right cat often will pop up.
We looked at the phone, she called me at 9:30, I believe, about 9:15. And she said,
Yup.
She said 9:15?
Shout out to you.
She said, I've got to have company.
People liking the thing. Well, that one one went to Devo.
I'll go upstairs, you're not there, basically. I said, alright, so
Wait.
I gotta hurry up. She said, just take all the clothes off the
What?
kitchen table and throw them in the line. So I took all the clothes
What?
and threw them in there, and I closed the door as close as I could, so nobody would see what was in there. So, I didn't see her drop her car off, but when I went back downstairs, I heard the car.
You're
door.
very
I
nice.
didn't hear it from
Well,
the
I
basement.
try to be.
I can't see nothing, because the windows are blue.
You don't want to borrow your key,
I
Rico?
called my girlfriend one more time, and I said, so no chance of me coming. She broke her foot.
She wasn't
last week, and just
Did
started
anything to
her
outside.
drive.
I try to be nice.
And I said, no chance you coming tonight? And she said, baby, I can't, but you got me all day tomorrow.
I'm nice. You'll come and piss me off. Then, like, uh-oh.
And I called my sister.
Can't you?
What am I supposed to do about dressing? I'm gonna get
Can't you
home
put another?
Saturday.
I'm thinking another good girl. Can't you? Can't you book supporting the live stream?
For a while.
What is she do?
According to Neil, at around 10:30 p.m., he heard the sliding door slam shut, indicating Norma's date had left. While this matched James Carter's statement, it didn't explain why Neil waited almost 3 hours before calling 911, claiming he'd found his mother unresponsive immediately after someone had just left the house. Those missing hours were critical to solving Norma's murder, and the detective was about to put Neil's timeline under intense scrutiny to extract any major inconsistencies in his alibi.
Uh-oh.
Were you drinking last night?
I was.
What did you have to drink?
Like you'll see, I got a big jug. It's probably sitting right there by my phone. I can tell on that jug 2 days.
Can't y'all put y'all support? Can't put the
Why this particular night did you decide to go check on her?
the donation? Can't you put the light for walking? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also support the channel that like, subscribe, that support the channel as well.
Okay.
And she was like, get in here. And I heard her say to.
Subscribe to the channel if you want to become a part of the family.
Her door, hollering, you ain't got to leave so fast.
So when you cracked the door to let the dog
If you have
out,
any questions you want to ask, read them in the chat. I'll be
I thought she
happy
was
to answer
so
them
then
for
why
you.
did you call the police?
I called my sister and I called my girlfriend first.
I call my sister and I call my girlfriend
Face
first.
down in between pillows with the blanket over her. Why? What made you decide to call the police? If that's a normal
The dog
thing.
was crying at the door.
This was the first major inconsistency in Neil's story. He was now admitting he'd entered his mother's bedroom and seen her covered with a blanket, completely contradicting his earlier claim that he didn't go in until instructed by officers. But rather than immediately calling him out on the lie, the detective decided to take a more subtle approach. Empathizing with him and probing the complicated dynamics.
Can I see
between
what
Neil
you
and
are
his mother.
watching?
The goal was simple: to encourage Neil to reveal why he hadn't been fully truthful about
One
that
second.
night.
You don't have a car, and to me, I guess where I struggle, and I feel bad for you, I do, I think that you
If
got
he
such a shit man, because
the-
poor guy who's been through.
I am watching 24/7 True Crime live stream come.
Hell of back with health issues, and then
That's what I'm watching. But it just went quiet. Oh, it's loading. Nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm watching. It's a pretty good show. It's loading now.
Financially dependent,
Oh.
stuck at home while
Okay,
his
we're
mother
back
dated
into it now.
other men. Neil openly acknowledged
it's on-
this
it's on
uncomfortable
YouTube.
dynamic, yet remained emotionally detached, showing none of the rage previously seen during his arrest.
If you're interested, I can get my
Neil's responses
my
began
wife
slip,
to put
revealing
in
more
the chat
contradictions
what the
and
name
doubts
of
about his
it,
story. But one
the name
specific
of the
detail stood
YouTube
out
or
to
whatever,
detectives.
and you
Neil
can look at it out.
never once asked how his mother died.
I don't feel
Most
like having the
people
camera
facing such
faking
news
the
would
TV.
desperately seek answers. Neil's lack of curiosity felt suspiciously intentional, as if he already knew. With this, detectives wrapped up
Can't you
Neil's
put another
final interview with
donation?
uncertainty still
Okay.
surrounding his alibi, and
Thank
shifted
you.
their focus
You know
back
what?
to Terry Dietz, their other primary suspect. After thoroughly examining phone records, DNA evidence, and multiple witness statements, detectives confirmed Terry was at home nursing a minor injury the entire night, never leaving his property after 9 p.m. Physical evidence from the crime scene further
Interesting.
cleared Terry. Additionally, investigators carefully examined the possibility of Norma's daughters, Andrea and Jenny, having a financial motive due to their substantial
Can't you,
inheritance.
can't you?
Their phone records and alibis during
Honey.
the critical time frame were
Yeah.
verified, and detectives found no additional
Come on,
evidence
come on.
suggesting their involvement
Come
in
here,
their mother's death.
Come here.
So, with Terry cleared and Norma's daughters ruled out, detectives were left with just one
Oh.
suspect.
I try to show you my
Howard. By
my
now,
cat,
it
but
was
she don't
clear
want to
Neil
be
wasn't
kicked up
going
with my
to
damn one.
confess, but detectives were confident that the contradictions, inconsistencies,
Right, no,
behavior
no, Daddy, I don't
following
want to be
Norma's
on
death
live.
provided enough proof to secure a conviction. Ultimately,
Come here, Bubble.
investigators felt certain
Come here,
Neil
baby.
Howard was responsible
baby.
for his mother's murder, and they formally
Come
charged
here,
him.
baby.
At the trial, prosecutors argued that
I
sometime
try.
between 10:30
My
p.m.
other
and
cat, like,
1:30
F you, Dad, I ain't coming over
Neil,
there.
heavily intoxicated
I'm not being
and
in your live
increasingly
today.
volatile,
That's
entered
okay. I'll
Norma's
eat you when you
bedroom.
can,
An
when you're
argument may
off
have
door.
broken
No
out,
worries.
or perhaps the tension had been simmering all day. At some point, Neil strangled Norma with a bungee cord, then covered her up with a blanket. Instead of immediately calling for help, Neil repeatedly tried contacting his sister Andrea, just as he'd done years earlier after killing his father. Phone records revealed that Neil started calling Andrea at 12:49 a.m., making 7 attempts to reach her. The final
Thank you
call
for another
occurring at
donation.
1:30 a.m., moments before dialing 911.
Baby, are
The
you in
jury
here?
reviewed Neil's shifting accounts, the physical evidence, and his documented history of
Thought I heard a
violence.
door open.
Prosecutors painted a clear picture. Neil Howard was unstable, violent,
Thank you,
and
thank you, thank
entirely
you.
capable of
Hi.
murder.
Hi.
February 10, 2025, Neil Howard was found guilty of
I thought
first-degree
she came
murder.
back
His
in.
sentencing is still pending, but he faces up to
No,
60 years behind
nothing to go
bars.
off the security
Special
camera.
thanks to
She's
My
here
Heritage
outside.
for sponsoring this video.
Okay.
Dive into your past right now
Thank
with
you.
a
Who
completely
sponsored this
free
video?
14-day trial. Click the link in the description or scan the
Oh,
QR
okay.
code on screen. Suspects the killer to be a full-grown adult. But what happens
Thank you
when the
for
secret
everything that you're doing on the
teenager
live stream. Appreciate it.
on the 2nd of May, 2023, a single stray bullet was found on the floor of the school's cafeteria. Immediately, the school was placed under strict lockdown, and police started to search every single student in the school.
Oh,
They
Lord.
knew how serious this could be, as at any moment, the owner of that bullet could have stepped
What
forward
would
and
you?
unleashed deadly
What
havoc on the
would
entire
would
school.
be your
However, in a
message
sudden
to the
turn of
world?
events, a student approaches the police and
Be
asks a
kind.
strange question.
Do your best. Be with. Sorry, my echo going off. Be kind. Do your best. Be respectful. Try to help people if you can. If there anybody that's having a hard time because try to help them. If you can't help that much, be there, be supportive.
And he's not a school shooter. Obviously, though, the police just can't take him at his word, and they have to treat him
Don't
as an
judge
immediate
people.
threat to the school's safety.
Well, no, don't judge people, and best we don't judge them without knowing the real story that's going on with them.
Let me ask you this while I got you right here. Just be honest with me. You didn't bring any gun to school, did you? No. That's the only guy in one round.
That's very nice. But thank you. You're very nice too.
You know I gotta ask though, right? Was there a bullet found? There's gotta be a reason to do this. When I looked it up, it said there's no statute for bringing there's no law against bringing a bullet to school. Okay.
Despite Nolan's oddly calm demeanor and bold claims, the cops decide to search him anyway for the exact reason Nolan's already brought up. If he was a school shooter, he wouldn't tell them.
Yeah.
Face over here real quick. Put your hand on the table for me. Oh, I got more bullets. I got 2. Okay, now put it in your pocket. Just keep your hands on the table. Just put them on the table. Just put them on the table for me real quick, okay?
Don't be on the table for you real quick.
2 bullets in this one. Literally, if I thought I was doing anything wrong, I would have been. I got you. On today's day, you can reach you safe.
To me.
That's good. Okay, that's all of them? Yeah, so we gotta continue searching, that's all. It's not. Have fun there, so. 22 rifles, not even assault, it's not even assault. Right. Are these from a range? No, I have a Henry repeating rifle. Kind of just use it as like a thing to like comfort me a little bit. At home or? Yeah. I don't like, I have no ill intention.
Nolan tells the cops that he's actually worried about the threat
Yep.
of guns on campus and keeps a weapon at home.
Baby,
because it
that you?
comforts him knowing he can protect himself.
Alright, I need
This
your
might
help.
Makes sense to him, but the cops suspect there's something more to this story.
I know why I'm really concerned.
The one that keep donating, probably I keep being name wrong. Camilla wanna know more about this code. What we walking.
Alright, give me 1 second.
I told her that you made on YouTube and copied the link that you or video company and both in the cat because I don't want to have the camera facing to the TV that much longer.
It is on YouTube. It is Dr. Insanity.
Dr. Insanity.
Dr. Insanity. And it's
The
true
atmosphere
crime.
in the room
It's
changes
really good.
instantly as Nolan admits to bringing a loaded weapon
I told her
onto the school
that-
campus.
well,
The cops'
I told
perception
her,
of him changes
however,
from a confused
Sorry
kid
that
to an
you
active
you can
threat.
tell them
And if he's
more when you
comfortable
come
bringing
in
a
or
weapon to
find the
school in his
YouTube
car,
video.
who knows what else he's not
Put it
telling
in the
officers.
cat, like link
Two
it in the
cops sit
cat
with him in the office,
because
and
you
the
can
rest
tell
head
it,
out to search
put
his
copy
car.
and paste it in the cat. You know, or what we walking.
Just leave it right there for now. It's basically like just a 22 rifle, right? Like something to shoot rabbits with.
Look,
Or squirrel. Yeah. We'll check it. See if we can put it in there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you got a cop that bag.
she wasn't into it. I think.
Get inside.
This is how you,
Yeah.
take a ration.
Change room.
The cops
Nice.
discover the weapon in his
I
car
will
and note
subscribe.
down the serial
Well, thank
number.
you.
But
You
they
subscribe
struggle
to me,
determine
I'll
if the
subscribe to
weapon is
you.
loaded or not.
Let me know
So
if you
instead,
subscribe.
they
I'll
turn their
subscribe to
attention
you.
to Nolan himself and try
Alright,
to decide what to do with
so-
him.
Can I? Yeah.
Yeah, he's 18, so. I guess. They want to take him out of here.
If you can, it through our email.
You verify that he's 18?
Like copy the put the tail link, copy the link, and send it to our email.
Is he a senior?
I can go off with you on my other phone, and they'll copy and paste it in the cat. Yeah, you can subscribe and I'll subscribe to you. You don't have to ask me if you can or not. You're more welcome to join the family and subscribe.
Planning on using it at all.
I don't bring the rifle because I'm like assuming I'm gonna have to use it. I just bring it because, first of all, it looks cool. And second of all, it's like,
Now I'm gonna have you as a
sort
moderator.
of off the gun. I'm pretty sure like I was allowed to bring. Like I don't think there was anything.
There you go. I just subscribe to you.
But I know it's like a. Are you a senior? In the modern age.
I'm gonna add her as a moderator.
No, junior. Junior. Okay.
I'm trying to find a
Gotcha. 32, sorry.
link.
This is an issue that will come up a lot throughout the rest of this case. No one fully believes that there is no law stopping him from
okay.
bringing a firearm onto school
Just like
property.
do
This
this
is, of course, fundamentally
because
incorrect.
I don't know what
Ohio
video.
Revised Code Section
but we just-
It doesn't matter, I'm just gonna shoot the whole page.
209.122
Yeah.
explicitly
We
states
just do
that
that.
no person is allowed
But
to bring or
copy.
attempt to bring a deadly weapon
Oh,
into
wait.
a school safety zone. In
But
fact,
hell,
it even bans the possession of
I can
objects
email.
that look like weapons
I
as
can
they may
go
incite
and copy
panic,
it into the
just
comments.
as Nolan has today. Bear this in mind as the investigation
How about
continues.
minutes?
I just see a lot of videos where having.
Oh, you don't do that in the comment? That'd be more better. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, you just go back out that. Thank you. That'd be more better.
Comes up to his car and he's like, I want to fight you. Looks like he's about to rip him out of his car, and the guy just pulls out a gun. The guy turns around and walks the other way, and it's like, that's all it is. He didn't even like do anything.
I could cry. Yay! Welcome to the family. I could cry to you too.
That could be a case, but another thing, so I'm a subject control instructor, so I teach all the police officers basically how to fight like martial arts and stuff like that. You've heard of this.
She about to post a link in the chat to the YouTube channel. You can take a screenshot of the link, or it could let you go. It could let you go on the link. But if not, you can screenshot it,
Claiming there was no ill will and that he had no
and you can
idea
copy
there
and
was a
paste it
policy
later
against it.
if you
The
have
cops
Apple
and school
or
officials
have a
have already
software
made
that
the
let you do that.
Well, surely you can imagine, having a gun on school property is, a major issue. So I am suspending you for 10 days with a recommendation for expulsion.
Well, if you're on YouTube, you can just
Special education department.
copy that and then paste it into your search bar, and it'll send you straight to their YouTube page.
I don't have a channel. Well, I know you don't have a channel, but hey, I subscribe anyway. Even you have a channel or not, it's always good for someone to subscribe. But yeah, can you copy and paste or take a photo of it?
And this still isn't the end for Nolan, as the cops
I did
take
say
him
you
into
subscribe to
custody,
me, I
and he's
subscribe to
shown
you.
that it's not illegal if you don't get caught. Logic is only a fallacy.
We talked to our prosecutor, it is against the law to.
Not
bring
that.
a gun
Wrong
into a
one.
small safety zone or a school.
What you gonna do?
Subjective. What is subjective?
You-
Now,
Do you bend the wrong one?
basically what I'm
Yep.
telling you is, we're gonna end up charging you, okay? And you're 18 years old, there's no law against that.
Thank you. You're welcome.
There's no law, like, there's no statute. I'm telling you, there's a policy.
I like to help people.
There's a state law in Ohio.
But yeah, the link is you to screenshot it or copy or
I gotta
paste.
go to sleep. All right, good night. Thank you for coming in.
I don't think there's a violation of the law, and we think that, and we do arrest people that think they aren't in violation.
Aw, thank you.
You have the right to.
Yeah, could do free, can donate 100. Thank you.
This is not like a problem that's.
Can you come up for stopping by
Your first time dealing with the situation.
and becoming a part of the family?
So I don't think you can.
Have a good night.
But we are arresting you.
It wasn't bad though, I tonight.
I'm telling you. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're okay.
Why you looking
Nolan
at
was
me while
arrested
you
and
do
charged with
that?
improperly handling firearms,
Me don't know.
possession of a deadly
Me don't
weapon in
know?
a school zone, and inducing panic. He pleaded not guilty to all of these charges.
Yep,
and
bye.
his story from
You
the body cam
too.
footage. It's all
Yep,
too easy
you
for
too,
kids to
bye.
cause such
Bye.
havoc, and it's lucky that Nolan decided not to use his weapon for evil.
Hope you come
Just
back
as
to another
Michael
Viking
Beaver did
soon.
to kill his entire family. But before our next case,
You'll find
let's
how you
first
here.
take a moment to thank our sponsor, Incogni, for helping us fund these videos.
I
I'm
went
sure
up
you've gotten a
to
scam
9.
call before. Well, that's because your
See the number
information
right
is
here?
being sold online without you even knowing about it. This is because there are data brokers who are selling your personal information to online scammers. Most people don't know this,
Interesting.
but people search sites even
Well, that was
publish your
fun.
personal information, including details about family members and address for anyone to look up online, potentially enabling stalkers
Good
and
night.
impersonators.
Good night. Oh, that was you.
However, Incogni puts an end to all of this. Incogni reaches out to data brokers on your behalf, requests your personal data removal,
Yeah,
and deals
just
with
move that
any
mouth a
objections
little
from
bit
your
when you
side,
come back quick.
essentially completely protecting your online
Oh,
privacy.
thank
All
you.
you have to do is simply
Just
create
move
an
that mouth
account,
just a
tell
little
Incogni
bit.
whose
So, okay.
information
Yeah, there
to
you go.
remove. Grant Incogni the right to work with you and just kick back
For a
and enjoy
person.
daily
Need one.
updates and how your
Okay.
removal is going. If you're sick of robo-spam calls and want to protect your privacy, the first
They
100
cost too much.
people to use the code INSANITY at the link below will get 60% off Incogni. Thanks to Incogni for
Robo
making these
call?
videos possible.
Hello? My girl's attacking my family. Your dad is attacking your family? No, my daughter.
We got
Oh my
two.
gosh.
Like,
Words of 12-year-old Daniel James Beaver as he begged for
if
the
y'all wanna know
police
what you're
to
watching,
save
the
him
link
from his
is in the
two
pinned
older
comment.
brothers Who were running rampant throughout his house, killing everybody inside. But less than a minute after the phone call began,
Oh, I know what I can
Daniel
do.
could be heard screaming and begging for his life.
Oh my
Before
Jesus.
he was dead. Police arrived at the scene quickly and were greeted by a gruesome scene that had played out all across the house. Blood was found
Wow.
smattered around the porch, and a faint cry for help.
After
could be heard
this
from
live,
inside.
I will read
The plea came from
the
13-year-old
what we are
Crystal
watching the
Beaver
link
when
in the
everybody else in
description.
the
Could be
house,
easy for
except
y'all.
for 2-year-old Autumn,
After this,
was
right.
dead.
One of these surviving Bever children, a 13-year-old girl, saying her brothers were fascinated by mass killings for at least a year.
Police heard commotion near the back door of the property.
Kinda
and
lets me
discovered
eat.
perpetrators
Oh, I
Robert and Michael
remember
Beaver
this.
covered in blood,
You
and
do?
It was-
some
yeah, it
as
was
if they were
those two.
proud of what they had done.
Yes, it's the
Robert was
Beaver
last when he
case.
told police that killing more than one person had turned him into a god.
The
Unfortunately,
Beaver. I
Robert's
can't remember you
interrogation
saying
tape
about that.
was never released to
Yeah,
the
it's about the
public.
boys.
But
Yeah.
15-year-old Michaels is fully available and gives us some insight into what drove these boys
Something
to commit
going
such a
on.
brutal crime.
Okay,
So
so about
maybe
that.
you could kind of just go
Another
back
application I
and
got from
where it
the
started
the
and kind of tell
font.
me what happened.
Remember that app that is the client app where you know in your location what's going on? Yeah, something just bought up like 3 hours away from us. I'm not saying the name.
Oh.
And there'll always something going on in that area, so I really don't care about that.
Filled with weapons
You know?
and body armor, including machetes, hunting knives, and daggers. Apparently, they'd been collecting all of this for months, but when their sister Crystal told their mother about it, she simply passed it off as normal, saying that boys will be boys, and there's nothing to
Huh,
worry
that's what
about.
I heard a lot.
She couldn't have been more wrong.
Growing up,
No, the Beaver brothers, they're psycho. I'm telling you.
He bought 2 boxes, 2 bought 41, and a shotgun if it's like a box food thing. Then he bought 250 shotgun rounds on eBay. Then I think he bought close to 1,000 rounds of Glocks. Wow, okay.
Where was he supposed to pick this?
The ammunition is being shipped to the house.
Knives and machetes were one
What?
thing, but guns
The
and
ammunition-
over 1,000
the
rounds of
ammunition
are
was being
a
shipped to the
completely
house.
different matter. So
All
once they
those, I'm
ordered
like,
it to
what the
house,
crap?
They knew that their parents could
They had all this
Ah.
stuff
But what
shipped
did
to
they
their
need
house.
all of these weapons for? It doesn't take
That
1,000
seems
bullets
dangerous.
to kill 5 people.
interesting.
Well, it turns out that the brothers had a much, much bigger plan.
Yeah, they're going to go into a school and they was going to start a mass.
Never do that. Bad idea.
Because he just, like, says he hates everyone. He thinks society is pointless. And also he wanted to, like, beat, like, the amount of other famous people like Columbine and James Deacon.
Yeah, those are-
So did you guys have a goal? Did you have a number? He just wanted, I think he wanted to kill like 50. So I mean, I have no.
The 2 boys stayed up late most nights talking and scheming, and once they realized they were both separately
Remind me of
interested
free
in murder,
story
the
because
die was
people didn't
cast,
do that.
and from their
This is a true
perspective,
story.
there was no turning back. The boys had grown a bond throughout their lives due to their living conditions. Their parents, April and David Beaver, were somewhat abusive to their children. They were homeschooled and even
The
told
last
not
name.
to interact with children outside of their own family. This left them alone with their own thoughts a lot of the time.
King Dangwood.
And their only
Yeah, you
perspective
don't
of
do
the
that.
outside
You're
world was the
in the
one that
middle
they
of
formed
building
in their
a-
own minds. This
It's
is
like-
how they
That could be a
developed such
sufficient
negative
accuracy when you
outlook
didn't
on
done
society,
deliver and
what
weapon
drove them
deliver.
to form the next part of their plan.
If I didn't done deliver here, I would hit my mind cutting sufficient going
You're
on.
right.
If your kid didn't cut deliver here. No, I could ear. He's not doing that, but I could ear. Hey, baby. Hold this real quick.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh, now you come to
Meow,
me
meow.
when I can't get you in the ride?
So, their
Yeah,
plan
I
was
think-
set. Michael even
That's
said
what-
their idea was to cut up and dismember the bodies of their family and hide them in bins
Go
while
ahead,
they
just don't
camped
knock
out
you over.
waiting for the guns to arrive. He even added the gruesome detail that they
Oh.
only left Autumn alive because they had planned to decapitate
Wobble.
her with an axe a little while
Look
later.
at me.
But of course, all of these ambitious plans fell at the first hurdle. So, what
gonna
was
do
it
it in
that
the eyes
happened
of
that
fart
night that
across the
caused
world.
everything to fall apart for the brothers? Murders began with Crystal, who had entered their room at 11:30 p.m. on the 22nd of July, 2015, to the sight of them gearing up with body armor and knives.
I thought it
Michael lured
bubbled
her
over
to his
here when you
computer,
were
and
outside,
Robert slit her
when
throat from
when
behind.
she was in your donating car. I mean, here, let me tell you one of the guy, Arnie Williams. Wobble right there. Help you, Dad. I don't want to be on the screen tonight.
Yeah. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
At this point, Crystal had managed to
I
get up
already
and
have my
stumble out
fun
the
with
door in an
other
effort to
people in
escape,
here.
But Michael quickly followed her and dragged her back inside.
Yeah, she says,
You move?
no.
Ow!
Sorry.
It's
okay.
The 3 eldest members of the family were now well.
I can't
and
see no when I'm
truly
live streaming a video,
With
so I can
their
go off.
parents dead and Crystal's
Let me see
throat
going on
slit
in the blanket.
bleeding out on the porch, they just left younger siblings, the people they thought would give them the
Hey,
least
Jaja.
problems.
Bubble,
This
bubble,
is also
bubble.
where we rejoin the story from earlier, and Daniel
My
is on the
knee's
phone with police hidden in
Okay.
his room.
If I go to sleep and I start snoring, you can vacate that in there.
Unlocking there, we good. Nobody don't hear you
Shortly
snoring.
Daniel,
Well, you
too,
do
was
know it
stabbed
loud.
20
But
Excuse
I
me?
can turn
back,
this up loud.
shoulder, and chest. The final two victims were hidden in locked rooms, but Michael managed to convince them that Robert was attacking him too. This lured them out, and the brothers finished their attack by once more stabbing 6-year-old Christopher and 5-year-old Victoria to death.
Oh my
Throughout this
God.
interview, though, Michael has been placing a huge amount of blame on Robert, even at points saying that he was just standing there, letting Robert do all the work, and that he was only part of this in the first place because he knew Robert was going to do this anyway, and he wanted to be on his good side.
I didn't control him, I don't know who you want to do it.
Arnie! You ain't big up right now on me.
Come here.
I just kind of.
That did not sound good in there. You wanna back that up and go check on her?
I think that just hurt Coy because Coy is on my tail.
Unfortunately,
Me,
for
turn
this
this camera
interview,
off a little.
Robert had absolutely no concerns telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, eventually cluing the cops in that Michael may have had a larger part than he originally let on.
The guys that are interviewing Robert, kind of gave me a quick version of what he's saying that you did. And you haven't told me everything, okay? So I know you're not being completely honest, but I'm just one of like hundreds of people that are gonna look at this.
I think it hurt Coy because the Coy was under my tail. Now it's like by your walking thing.
Everybody's been stabbed, and you both had knives, and
Your
you
cane?
both stabbed it.
Huh?
That's your chain.
No, you black cane that you stand on, you walk with it, exercise on, but there was
Treadmill?
yeah, come here.
As is often the case, this simple
It went
rhetoric
from
was
under
all
my
the
tail
cops
over
needed
to
to use
the
to get
thumbnail.
Michael to open up and finally confess to being as big a part of the murders as
Look,
Robert
I'll
was.
point that at me.
Michael admitted to slitting the throats of Crystal and his mother, as well as stabbing Christopher to death. And as usual, one confession led to another, and we gained even deeper insight into the minds of these twisted teens.
You only stabbed your family because they were in the way towards the bigger plan?
They were in the way, I was having a hard count.
This higher count, I'm confused, is this a game?
It's well, that's kind of come from this, maybe.
It now fully comes to light that the murders truly weren't personal to any extent, and that the entire reason for this slaughter and any that would follow
Hello.
was just for recognition and fame. This became even more obvious when searches of the home revealed rolling surveillance cameras and storage drives with all of their plans saved to them. Robert later revealed that they planned to make 2 videos, one to taunt the police with and to post online. The
Oh
rest
my
of Michael's
God.
interview footage consists of him writing a statement that unfortunately was never publicized. But whatever it was that he wrote must have been pretty messed up, as the detective watching over him couldn't even finish reading it and reacted like this. Of course, at trial, neither of the boys stood much of a chance, yet Michael attempted to plead not guilty on the grounds of insanity. However, it didn't go so well for either of them, and they were both given 5 life sentences without the possibility of parole. The surviving children, Crystal and Autumn, were adopted by the same couple. However, things are totally different for Courtney Clenny, who didn't only kill her boyfriend, but thought she could get away with calling the police on herself.
No. Hello.
On the 3rd of
Calling the
April,
police on
2022,
herself?
Miami police received a terrifying phone call.
It's in my heart. I'm like, what for the ma'am, what is the address?
27-year-old Christian Toby Abumseli was bleeding out in his girlfriend's lap with a brutal wound to the chest. When police arrived, pools of blood were found over the apartment, and Toby was barely clinging to life. OnlyFans model Courtney Clenny had met Toby back in 2020. The two seemed to be deeply in love, but behind closed doors, things were completely different. The couple were known to have violent fights, and the police were even called multiple times to their apartment. But their biggest argument would take place in April of 2022 and result in Toby bleeding out and begging for his life. Courtney told police she had nothing to do with it, but police thought differently. So she was brought in for questioning, and a 5-hour-long interrogation began.
Take my apologies for being absolutely covered in blood.
Listen, you don't have to apologize, okay? I completely understand. Alright? Things happen, we can't control it,
Ain't happen.
okay? How long have you guys been together?
About 2 years. A year and a half to 2 years, yeah. Is he okay?
He's in the hospital, they're still,
I know.
monitoring him and talking to him, so we're waiting.
Oh my God, so he's not, he didn't even have to have surgery.
Well, I don't know, they're still, doing, x-rays and stuff like that, so I don't know yet. I'm waiting to hear a response.
That's all I have to know. Thank you.
The detectives tell Courtney that Toby is in the hospital, but alive. Detectives are usually unaware of how a suspect will react to certain information, so it's often safest to open by easing any worries they may have and talking in a non-accusatory manner. This makes the suspect feel more relaxed and more likely to open up.
We just got back together. I have broken up with him, and then he came back the last like 2 nights, and then started like to an argument, and I just getting scared, and I think that I overreacted, or not overreacted necessarily, but I reacted, and I just, maybe that was what happened.
Do you guys work here in Miami, or do you guys have your own business?
I do social media, so influencer, I guess is what yes, influencer.
What do you focus on, like Instagram or social media?
Instagram.
And what is it that he does?
I needed my Apple device. I can get back in my Instagram.
He just has talks about we were gonna move into a house. So have an apartment, and then we were like, maybe we should live here for a year. And then once we got here, we were like, no, this is dope.
Yeah.
So we have to talk it out. He's golden retriever. We're gonna name Mellow.
No.
We're gonna get so we're gonna have a bad start. Because I have 2 daughters, and then we're gonna have 3. So we're planning on staying here for a while.
Sorry.
The detectives can tell Courtney is in a vulnerable state, but at the end of the day, they're there to solve a crime. Courtney's being investigated for stabbing Toby, and the only defense she's given so far is that there was an argument and things got out of hand. If Courtney did in fact do what she's being accused of, being forced to think about her past and future with Toby would really be messing with her emotions, causing her to become more vulnerable and hopefully lead to an easy confession.
You guys are supposed to take out your dogs to the park, right? And then what happens after that?
Like I said, a little bit before, I was doing laundry and tried to call my mom. She didn't answer the first time. And then he left, I guess he went to go bike over there. That's what he said. I don't know if he walked or bikes, but he told me he's gonna bike this week. Yeah. And then
I want at my front door. Oh, that's what it's in there. Never mind.
And I said something about like, oh, are you gonna like reshare your location with me, like to share it? And he said, yeah, I shared it. And I was like, oh, when did you do that? And he goes, the other day, like when you were done with me. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Like reshare it. And then he told, it kind of like turned into like a little like argument or something. And then he told me to reshare mine, and I was like, okay, yeah, I will. And then I didn't do it immediately. He asked me about it again. And I don't know what I was thinking, but just like something about, well, what if I'm somewhere you don't want me to be? Which I wouldn't have been. I love him. But maybe you don't want to know where I am. I guess maybe they'll just like hurt him because he was pressing me. And he ended up hitting me against the wall. I said like choking me, knocking me on the floor. It's just like, they were looking at my neck, and I was like, I'm not saying like choking me like, whatever. But he had my like neck, like and this happened twice before, where I couldn't breathe and I was on the floor. I could not breathe. And I don't think that he was trying to kill me, but I was scared. And all 3 times I have been scared. I'm on the floor. And yeah, he did. Get my mom on the phone.
So this happened like over by the door, and someone will take over in the living room. We were standing by the couch, looking for the kitchen. I was in the kitchen, and then he just like I could see like all the lights in his eyes, and it was like at me. And so I grabbed one of these knives. My mom got me for Christmas. I grabbed one of them, and I was like, I swear to God, I swear to God, it was just like I would be like, don't come anywhere closer to me, because earlier I was having 2 other times I couldn't breathe. I'm sorry, I couldn't breathe, and it's very scary. And I just think just like that other thing where I was saying, like, do you know if he's okay? If he's choking me and he's angry enough, he might this is different, I think. But if he's like choking me or like pinning me or something and I can't breathe, he might go too long. So I grab my knife and I said, don't come anywhere closer to me. I had absolutely no intention of using it. I'm on the phone with my mom and he's coming at me like he's gonna grab either the phone or like the knife or something. And so I was just like, I was like, don't come any closer. Coming at me, and I meant for it to go.
How far away was he?
So I was by my fridge, and he was like by the edge of one of the chairs of the sofa.
If y'all interested what we're watching it, so we ended the clicking.
To recap, Courtney says that an argument started when the pair had both stopped sharing their phone locations that resulted in him pinning her against the floor and her retaliating by throwing a kitchen knife across the room, piercing him in the chest. Courtney also clearly states that her attack was in self-defense and specifically involved her throwing a knife 10 feet across the apartment that landed perfectly in his chest, causing him to bleed out and fear for his life.
So then, you were by the fridge and he was by the couch?
Yes, I was in front of the fridge. He was by the couch. And then behind my island.
No, what kind of movements did he make? At the moment, he was gonna walk
running at me.
Running? Okay.
Well, trudging, aggressively walking, something.
What was he doing? Like, was he doing something with his hands or?
He had his hands up. I couldn't tell you.
Was he yelling at you at the time?
Yes.
Was that at the moment that he was charging you or earlier in one of the arguments?
It was before he choked me. It was before he choked me. Or whatever. But I swear to God, I was scared. I mean, after like what I was scared. And I was like, my mom, it was still happening. Yeah. I was scared.
So you told me that he had you against the wall at one point, right? With his hands over your neck? Mm-hmm. And how did you end up from the wall to the ground?
Let me go, and then I started swinging on him because I had been against the wall. Okay. I started trying to hit him. Yeah. And then he put me on the ground.
He dropped you to the ground.
When I'm trying to remember like a whole situation of where I was very upset about something, which I learned in therapy or whatever, it's like write down like all the details so you don't forget. Just like write it all out clearly so it makes sense to you and makes sense for somebody else. But I haven't had a chance to have a pen and paper on my phone to like write down exactly what happened. And I haven't even like fully thought about it. So honestly, my answer is I don't remember.
Okay. You guys have a history of violence?
Yeah.
You said you've been together how long, sir?
Almost 2 years.
So how many incidents do you think you've had?
I don't know. But we shouldn't be together.
Have you made a report before?
We couldn't be together.
You've never made a report?
Oh, I did in Dallas actually about a year ago. And he was saying
what happened there?
He had questioned me and stuff.
You may report a year ago, but you're with him?
And they made it a huge deal.
The couple had also been involved in another incident in Las Vegas less than a year earlier. Police were called to their apartment after a loud argument was heard, as well as glasses smashing on the floor and walls. The apartment was trashed when police arrived, and Courtney's story was all over the place.
Why did you call for help? Because we were getting really loud. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna land some damage to the room or something. Not damage to each other, like I really wanted to.
Why would you think that you were gonna do damage to their?
like throwing something, or like,
Did you throw something?
did I?
Yeah.
No.
Did anybody throw anything?
No,
So why would you think that there is damage to the room to be made?
because I've done that before in our house, and I.
What have you done?
She just said that she threw a knife and it hit him in the chest.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, what the heck?
Like,
You know?
so.
I mean, I feel like she lying about something.
I don't know, I literally couldn't
She
remember
is.
how the fight started.
Okay, well,
Was there?
yeah.
Well, I'm guessing high school, but that sounds like me.
Courtney was brought to jail and held for 12 hours overnight, but Toby refused to press charges and advocated heavily for release. This may seem like nothing, but police did conclude that Courtney had attacked him that night by throwing a glass at his head. If nothing else, it proves that Courtney was capable of attacking Toby unprovoked and opens up an entirely new avenue for this investigation. However, it also turns out that police had been in contact with the couple more recently. In fact, they'd actually been called by security to their apartment the day before the attack.
But the
Huh,
cops have been out
interesting.
there, one other time yesterday, for absolutely nuts. They harassed, not the police, but, security guards from obviously young security guards. Came up for no reason.
What?
Bothered him, bothered me.
The cops were called, however, and captured an entire exchange on body cams, providing a stark contrast to the story that Courtney
Here we
gave
go.
here.
I didn't, nobody.
You call. Okay, hold on. Let him talk. Okay. Okay. The front desk personnel, she informed us that, Miss Courtney, her boyfriend was trying to get into the elevator. And she had her hand out like this, and she was like, oh no, don't come inside that elevator. Okay. So we asked her, I said, do you want him to leave the property? She said no, she don't want him to.
I did not, I said yes.
Courtney, what's going on? What do you need? What? Yeah. All right, so what do you want us to do?
I want a restraining order against Christian and Kelly.
No issue.
Because, no, I'm serious. Can I do that? Where can I?
Okay,
Okay, how can I make myself first?
Courtney is obviously
The
extremely
second person,
panicked
if you're
in this footage,
interested in
and
what we're
seems
watching,
less
the
concerned
YouTube
about any
channel is
possible
in the
that
description.
she may have been sustaining, and more worried about getting a restraining order before Toby can. It's also important to note that the building's security noticed her pushing Toby out of the elevator and screaming at him, and mentioned absolutely no aggression coming from him. As the evidence mounts up, it's starting to get increasingly more likely that Courtney's whole self-defense story might be straying slightly away from the truth. But as is almost always the case in situations like these, everything is still hearsay, and officially debunking her claims is going to be a challenge for the detectives. But after leaving her alone for almost an hour and letting her change clothes, they return to the interrogation room with some more news for her.
So you're living in a nightmare right now.
Yeah.
You know?
I will feel so much better once they just say he's stable.
Yeah.
And I've been asking,
And that's what we're waiting for.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, I mean, if he's not, that's a lot worse for me.
So they've asked for an update, and I asked them for an update as well, so they're checking. Because they're.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I would do with myself.
Well,
He's not okay.
No matter
I mean,
what,
I clearly can't be together.
no matter what happens, no matter where this falls, right, it's out of control.
Detective Parkin must be interested. He's been in here for a little bit.
We have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could.
Christian is dead. Oh my God. This is not real, right? Okay. No, no. Christian died. Can I
He
please
dead?
have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here? No. I need to hug my mom. I cannot be left alone in like a room by myself.
You got the boy officer.
No, that's not true. That's not real, right? Christian is dead. Last thing you was, what I was saying to that other room, I said, God forbid, when, like, from far away, if what if it had accidentally hit a little bit lower and he died?
Huh? Let me move it. Alright, I'm gonna mute this real quick.
Starting with
To the Catholic person that in here, let me know. I'm in who shout out to you.
vehicle driving suspiciously in Florida, and a red was almost completely over the stop line, and its plates were expired.
I
However,
feel
when he
my drink just a little bit on his desk, but no worry, I got it up. It wasn't that bad or nothing. You hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
It was just a little bit. I got it up.
So the reason I got stopped, a few things. When you're sitting at the light back here to make the left,
Yeah?
you're all the way out in the intersection.
Oh, okay.
Like you were past the crosswalk and you were on Toledo Lake for making the left. Is the car registered to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the tag on the car expired back in March. And your
No,
license
no.
is suspended.
The cop should already be suspicious of the girl he identified as Naomi Furrer, given her strange driving. But the more he talked to her, the more it seems that she definitely shouldn't have been driving. She told the cops
I don't know
she'd
who
just
this
come
person
from a
is, but
Halloween
he's still
party
here.
and had a wristband
There
that
is
was
a
given
second
out by a
person
bar in
walking.
the local area. The cop is now certain she's over the limit, so he asks her to step out so she can perform some tests. But things immediately start to seem different to his usual stops.
Your eyes are bloodshot and glossy. Your speech is slightly
I'm just very tired, that's all.
There's alcohol coming out. Good. Check your eyes. Do a couple exercise sections. Okay. Hold it. Keep your head straight. Just look back and forth.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay. You're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps.
1, 2, like that. I have 13, I have 14, I have 14, 15.
Do you think if I give you a number to start on, you can count backwards to another?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want you to start on the number 46.
Oh, they did well.
And count backwards to the number
38, 37, 36, 6.
Do you remember what number I told you to start the top on?
And you started 38 and then started 49. And
You don't.
I forgot the rest of the numbers.
Unfortunately for Naomi, the cop wasn't convinced and determined that she was way over the legal limit.
They know.
But right after he put her in cuffs, she decides she has a plan to get out of this mess.
Do me a favor, put your hands on your back. Put your palms together like you're praying. And then the rest of your back. Do you like?
But I am not drunk and I did everything that you asked me to, right? Please, sir, I can't have a DUI. Please, sir, I'm from Switzerland. I can't have a DUI, please.
They thought that with me didn't work.
I
Oh.
understand. I want to
Walking, okay.
please, sir.
You're not even supposed to be driving in the first place. You have 5 different suspensions on your license. You have an insurance suspension and 3 failed to pay traffic tickets.
Things
Damn.
are obviously not looking good for Naomi. So
No.
when begging doesn't get her way, she switches her strategy to a more seductive method.
Please, sir.
It's out of my hands now.
You're the one arresting me, right?
Yes, I am the one arresting you, but the decision to make the arrest is already out of my hands now. So let's walk right through.
Why?
Because everything we've done tonight is on video. Everything.
I have a camera here. I
But
have
you
a
can still make your decision about why you're gonna arrest me for what.
Do you have a pair of shorts or something in here that we can put on to cover you up a little bit? Put that on.
I'll take everything off. Please don't charge me for jail. Please, sir.
I don't want you to take everything off.
I'll have somebody pick me up and drive me home. I promise.
I'm gonna show you a little bit of decency and cover you up. You don't want to go into jail.
Thankfully, the cops ignore her offer and instead opt to cover her up with a hoodie before they take her back to jail.
Please, can you help me? Can you set the police? I promise I'll
We are past that. I need you to sit the car.
What would I have to do?
Nothing. The only thing that you could do to not go to jail tonight is not drive drunk. So,
But I wasn't driving drunk.
please have a seat.
There's nothing I can do, sir.
Why ain't I gonna help you, sweetheart?
Fix me up.
We're past that.
A search of Naomi's vehicle recovered 2 containers of whiskey and a beer, but back at the station, she refused to give a breath sample. Her car was seized, but as of this video's upload, the case is still ongoing and she has not been charged. Naomi's attempt at flirting didn't work at all with these cops, but the same can't be said about Brooke Teague's encounter, which actually worked out well. So well, it's rumored that her and the cop are still together to this day. Brooke was pulled over after an officer witnessed her swerving around the road slightly, a telltale sign that the driver was either intoxicated or in need of help. So he swiftly pulled her over, only to be greeted in a surprising way.
Hey, I'm Officer Smith. I'm good place, Spartan. Never heard that before on Travis Stop. I appreciate that. Hey, so I'm just stopping for a proper lane use.
Sorry, I was on the phone.
You're on the phone?
I'll be honest.
Okay. Who are you on the phone with?
My baby daddy. I'll show it to you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zachary?
Yeah.
How
Okay.
much you to drink tonight?
Only 1 drink.
Just 1 drink?
Yeah. Yes.
Violent?
Miller.
A Miller Lite?
Yes.
Hey, there you go.
Why do you a Miller Lite?
That's
Miller Lite.
Sir, you can ask Zachary.
You asked, yeah.
You don't, I'm just saying.
Okay.
In just his first minute of conversation, 2 things become clear immediately. Brooke has definitely had more than one beer to drink, and how well she and the officer seem to be getting along already. Both points that will get increasingly more obvious as the footage continues.
Yeah, I can smell it from across the car.
She's like, I had one in my life. I wanted to say like, Miller did that to you?
Big Miller, 128 ounce though.
Bucket of Miller. Alright, where we at? Awesome. Brooke?
Yes.
Teague. Am I saying all right, Teague?
Yes. Like baseball league.
Teague like baseball league.
Yep. It helps people spell it because they never spell it correctly.
Brooke then gets taken out for some sobriety tests, which take much longer than anticipated.
You're making me giggle, I'm sorry.
He makes me giggle too.
Okay. I snore. I'm from
Sorry.
Huntsville.
We're supposed to be.
I'm from Huntsville. It's going to make me snort.
What?
Okay.
Alright, stop laughing because you're making me laugh.
I'm not.
Seriously.
I'm giggling. I'm
Alright,
sorry.
is this a serious deal? No?
Yep.
Okay.
You're smiling. I can't help it.
Alright, stop.
Okay. Sorry.
Unfortunately, despite all the jokes, Brooke failed all the sobriety tests and was put under arrest.
You are doing it.
I've had 2 Millers.
2 Millers now? That's it?
Yes,
You
sir.
did say ask
I'm
Ashley.
manager.
Okay. Go ahead and put your hands on your back for me, okay?
After a search of her car, which turned up nothing but a loose car seat, she was driven back to the police station where the sparks continued to fly.
I'm with you. Still over here.
Oh my God, is there a dog?
There's a dog.
Where?
He's over there. Over here. His name is Kolyat.
Kalia?
That's my dog.
She trying to be funny when she drinking.
She seriously should have had somebody come pick her up and she was driving it.
It's not a good idea to drink and drive. Never do that.
Indiana. Not Indiana.
You've been drinking. How come one come to you? Come to you far away to.
Note that despite the obvious chemistry, both Brooke and the officer have remained professional and are continuing to move on with the investigation. The officer had Brooke take a blood alcohol test where she blew 0.14%, a number that pales in comparison to that of the next girl, who was not only extremely intoxicated, but also acted very inappropriately with the cops.
Oh, Lord.
I like men, come on, just search me.
A 19-year-old girl was seen weaving between lanes and throwing unknown items out of the window. Officers immediately thought this was suspicious and pulled her over for a chat.
Hi, sorry.
You said you were coming from Dancers? The driver states that she's a stripper at a bar called Dancers, and that she was texting her boyfriend who was home with her kids. However, the officers noticed something off about the driver. Her speech was slightly slurred and her eyes were glazed over. There's a good chance this girl's been drinking.
What time did you get off at Dancers? 11. It's an hour and a half away. You got off at 11? It's 10:23 right now.
She don't even know what she's saying.
Did you have anything to drink? No, I'm 19. You're 19? I cannot drink. And strip up nothing. Nothing? No.
You're lying.
You sure? Don't get on my eyelashes, bro. The light will hurt your eyelashes? No, but they fall off. From the light?
Despite the girl's claims, the officers are fairly sure she's had at least something to drink last night. Especially when she seems to forget the time completely. So they ask her to step out of the vehicle and perform a few sobriety tests.
Well, hold on. We're gonna start. I'm cold. We're gonna start right here. All right. Do you wear any glasses or contacts? I do. You do? Are you wearing contacts right now? No. No? Okay. You're gonna. Walk in a straight line and I'll be good. Well, that's not even. I haven't even told you that that I'm doing it. So you gotta. I'm cold. Okay. Give me 10 minutes of your time. Okay. Okay. If we're in a straight line, we're doing your cough up. Hold on. I didn't tell you that's what we're gonna do yet. I know, but I know how to police it.
Despite her enthusiasm to begin the tests, she doesn't exactly pass them with flying colors. And after losing her balance on the final test, she's placed under arrest by the officers. But that's not where the story ends for her. On the way back to the patrol vehicle, she mentions that there are in fact weapons in her car.
What?
And her behavior starts to change drastically.
Y'all can check me. I don't care if y'all are male, bro.
We got plenty of female officers around here.
I'm good, bro. Check me. I don't care. I'm giving authorizations to you.
Why not? I give you authorization to.
They don't want to get in trouble.
Well, I like men. Come on, just search with them.
While the cops maintained that they couldn't search her, they did take the time to search her vehicle. Inside, they found multiple guns, a large stack of
They don't
cash,
want to get in
though
trouble.
It was decided this was likely just
But they have
from
to
the
follow
bomb.
the law.
However, she was still
If
charged
it's a
with
female, they
DUI
have to
and
be a
sentenced
female
to 9
clerk.
months probation,
You know?
despite also being underage. It was
If
fairly
they
difficult for
clerk,
the
if a
cops to
male
judge
clerk
this
them,
girl
they
was
can get in
drunk or
trouble.
not. However, this next girl
Yeah.
didn't show the same amount
Even
of
if they give
class.
a Mexican,
Instead,
they ain't
resorting
gonna do
to
that.
manipulate and trick the cop into letting her go.
But they will cut your car for you.
Officer, tell me where I'm supposed to say police. Isn't for the stop. You're going 55 back there on MLK.
5?
Yeah, 55. I was right behind you the whole time and you just
Honestly,
booked it.
I had a bad
I walk
night.
my
The
one
girls that I
person.
thought that were my friends are not my friends.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I thought they were my friend, they not my friend.
Knockouts.
This girl doesn't seem to be having the best night. But this still
No.
doesn't explain why she was driving 25 miles an hour over the speed limit on a residential road. She also mentions that she came from a place called Knockouts, a gentleman's club that could explain the sparkly outfit and why she was driving so erratically.
Okay. You have your license?
Like, how are you gonna tell me you're my client? And you get bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's my registration. I have
Do you have a jacket or something that you could put on?
No, out. I'm going.
Do you have a jacket or anything?
a jacket?
Yeah, like in the car?
No, why?
Because I'm gonna ask you to step out that way we can talk out here.
I don't have anything.
The girl seems to be upset about a disagreement with her friends back at the bar, but this officer isn't buying it. There's many examples of suspects pretending to be sad or distressed during a trial to try and get sympathy from the cops and walk away with a lighter sentence. This can work in circumstances, but it doesn't excuse driving at almost twice the speed limit. But this doesn't stop the girl from trying after she steps out of the car.
Okay.
With my registration, I can do my progressive, it just sucks, like,
Yeah.
I just told me that she's my friend and she's not.
Okay. Alright, let's go back over here.
I'm moving next weekend, and my friend said that she's my friend, but she's not.
Yeah. Can you stand up straight?
Yeah.
Alright. So how much alcohol do you consume?
Yeah, you just said my friend.
I have my,
You just said my friend, she not like how many times.
you wanna see it.
That's what fishing I tell you what they're under the
I've been
influence.
smoking because I'm mad.
Yeah, you're mad.
Under the drinking thing, you know what I meant.
Hey, just try to calm down a little bit. So
Did he just tell her to shut up?
Just be honest with me.
What about knockouts? Honestly, the way I feel
Oh.
like the girl, she went behind my back and shit. You know what I mean?
No matter how hard the cop tries to keep the girl
I'll
on
sleep
top,
good tonight.
she keeps breaking down and talking about her friendship issues. After some more pressing by the officer, she admits marijuana and alcohol back at the club. But she keeps trying to excuse it by saying she's having a rough night, and that's her way of dealing with it. Unfortunately for her, though, the officer needs her to focus, which she seems to be having a tough time doing throughout the sobriety tests.
Alright, just wait right here. I'm gonna move my unit back just a little bit. And I got 2 more tests to administer. You feel okay walking in those shoes?
I mean, I'm just fucking upset. That's it.
You're just upset?
I'm just fucking upset. So, like,
So, Miss Ramos, my main concern is just that you're safe to drive, okay? Obviously, you're
I truly get it.
traveling at a high rate of speed up.
I have
and
3 kids.
Okay.
My baby daddy just died.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
My best friend just said that it's just a lot. 1, 2,
What's she doing? She
Fortunately
can't
for the
walk.
girl, though, complaining to the officer didn't seem to sober her up at all, and she failed all 3 of her sobriety tests. So all that was left was for her to be arrested, fitting in for what appeared to be a pretty rough night for her.
Alright, so at this point, you're gonna be placed under arrest for DWI driving.
Are you that you weigh?
Look at your driver's license real quick. What's in your mouth?
Nothing.
Open it. Look at your tongue. Alright. So on my watch, 0213, okay?
But Kelly Barton made it a little easier for the cops. Not only was she seen crashing into a lamppost while transporting a special needs patient,
What?
when police arrived, she was looking a little worse for wear.
Who am I weighing with? Hell no.
Kelly
Wait,
admits that she
she
had
was
too much to
clamping at
drink
the
that
table?
evening, but doesn't admit to driving.
Oh hell
despite
no,
being
that's the
shot.
paper person not being with
Unfortunately
you.
for her, though, Security camera footage from the gas station proves that she was in fact behind the wheel and is now facing charges of both DUI and neglect due to the responsibility she carried while driving with the patient.
That's a main
Investigating
crime
the
right there, the bottom one.
tests on her, Kelly reveals that she has another trick up her sleeve and begins repeatedly flirting with all of the officers at the scene.
Oh God. That's not the end for you, Sister Awaken. I'm going.
Let them do what they gotta do. Come on, boys. Hey.
I'm going. I'm going.
I want the little young boys. Ask me how I'm feeling. Let the little young boys.
Wow.
Let me tell you
She
something,
drunk.
sir. What I would do to you with your blue eyes.
Oh my God.
I don't need you more arrested. That's not no damn movie.
That he won't hit me. Hey, look. They can look tough all they want, right? Don't let me get it.
After multiple tests, it's clear to the officers that Kelly was way over the legal limit and was
Damn.
arrested for driving while intoxicated. And after struggling to get her into the police vehicle, she's sent on her way to the police station. But if you think
One
Kelly
second,
was
one
bold for
second.
talking to cops like that, 18-year-old Skylar Fluss is on a completely different level. Going
If y'all don't drink, drink at home.
video to thousands of people bragging about how she got away with a DUI.
I got out of a DUI and got let off with a warning.
Skylar was pulled over after an officer saw her weaving around the road in a way
Really?
that suggested she might not have been completely sober. But according to her video, she claims that using her flirtatious and quick wit, she managed to trick the officer and get away with a warning.
I blew 3.8 and he let me off with a warning and gave me his number and said we should meet for coffee or lunch. He was hot. So I'm
What the
getting
fuck?
lunch with him tomorrow.
If her story is true, then the officer would be in serious trouble.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, the officer in question recorded the entire interaction on his body cam, and the video tells a completely different story.
There you go.
My name's Deputy Solomon, Richmond Sheriff's Office. I pulled you over because you were weaving a little bit back there. Where are you coming from?
I was coming from my friend's house. I actually just got done.
Okay.
I was like crying and like really.
Okay. Were you on your phone and stuff too? Okay. Well, I'm just concerned that you were weaving because of alcohol, but if you're on your phone, have you been drinking or anything tonight? No? Okay.
The deputy then does give Skylar a card with the sheriff department's information on it, but it didn't include his personal number, and it didn't come with an invitation to dinner.
Sounds like you're having a rough night. So I'm not gonna ask you if I were
Incorrectly.
giving you a ticket or anything, okay? So I'm just gonna give you a warning. It's not a big deal. I just want to make sure you're okay. You're weaving a little
Ah,
bit.
she whining a little bit.
So my information's right here on the front. The reason I stopped you here is on the back. Where we were headed, get there safely. I'm sorry you're having a bad night. Okay. No, you're fine. Yeah, no, you don't need to apologize. I mean, you were weaving a little bit with no traffic out. I just want to make sure you're
But
okay.
that had nothing to
Skylar's
do
video
with the
doesn't just
alcohol.
contain disgusting
She
footage
whining.
of her laughing and bragging about exploiting this officer's kindness, but also states that she blew a 3.8 on the breathalyzer, ignoring that she wasn't even tested in the first place. The legal limit is only
Mm.
around
Not at all.
0.8,
That's
and
something you
already
don't
makes
do.
driving dangerous.
No, that's
But a
wrong.
reading of 3.8 would imply Skylar was not only blackout drunk, but close to death.
You know,
And
if
at
the
a
officer
level of
did give you a
4.0,
warning on that,
respiratory
those are
failure
big
is likely.
trouble.
But this doesn't mean Skylar
Mm.
was lying about being drunk underage. Videos were later discovered of her chugging tequila from the bottle and acting drunk at a party just hours before she was caught driving. After she was confronted with this, Skylar confessed and admitted to everything.
I ended up getting a little too intoxicated. I was
Here we
taking
go.
shots all night and I decided to make the dumb decision to get into my car and drive.
She also admitted that the officer never asked her out. That was just a lie for social media attention. Regardless
I
of her
can't go.
confession, though, no further action was taken against her or the officer who failed to test her. But the same can't be said for Lydia Badillo. She was caught trying to transport 2 illegal immigrants over the Mexican border, and as soon
What?
as everything started to fall apart, she decided to try seducing the officer.
Just wait for me right here, okay?
He getting better and better with his burden.
I'm looking at your eyes.
What?
Because you look pretty handsome.
As soon as the officer realizes something might be up with the IDs, Lydia starts to smile and stare directly at his eyes.
That
before
don't work.
telling him how handsome he is. Obviously, this is just a trick to try and get out of the position she's put herself in. A trick that isn't going to work on this officer.
Estos documentos son falsos, ok? Y tener documentos.
estados de Texas y señorita. Las ID, a esta te sale anuncio yo, ok. Esta no me sale nada. Ok, so estas identificaciones son falsas. Ok.
After running the woman's driver's licenses through the national database, the officer discovers that the ID numbers return completely wrong results, meaning that both of them are totally fake. It's later discovered that
Oh,
two women
damn.
with Lydia in the car are both illegal
Oh, yeah, I can
immigrants
take
from El
off where there's
Salvador.
nobody
What's
walking.
worse is that they were being transported through a service that
Wait,
often forces
they're
women
not
into
bored.
debt bondage, where the people who transported them will make them pay off their debt through forced labor and sex work. So while Lydia was arrested and the two women sent back
Wow.
over the border, they may have been saved from years of horrible treatment and abuse. One thing's for sure though,
Wow.
Lydia's attempt at flirting didn't work one bit. But the same can't be said about this next girl, who was so bubbly and flirtatious that the officer couldn't help but smile throughout the entire encounter.
I'm too cute for prison. Don't do that to me.
January 5th,
I'm good, I'm good.
2022.
Wow.
officers
I'm good.
responded to a
I'm
car
good.
accident.
Or
As soon
Wayne,
as they got
or
on scene,
what she
they were
did
given
get,
some
I'm
useful
good. Not Wayne
intel
with,
by
but
a
what she
witness.
get. I can keep the prison. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. There's nobody watching. I'm good.
Okay, thank you. Was she in on the wrong way? No, she was on that side.
See, I was coming this way right before the curve, and she pulled around me. I mean, pulled around the other car to make the curve. No, she was trying to
Really?
out there, hit the curve, and then slack this. I don't know what the deal was.
And it sounds like this driver completely lost control of the vehicle and was lucky nobody else got hurt. But if they
Yeah.
want to understand exactly
I how
what
much
happened
I hurt
here,
yesterday.
they're gonna have to talk to the
Yesterday,
driver,
no.
and it doesn't take long for them to
It's
figure out the
still
situation.
early. How much I hurt this morning, but on the fourth week we made it. My transportation.
Now, just based on this driving behavior.
Unfortunately, it means it was a bad forcing to happen.
Which we want to take some
Who said
That's what
that?
that means.
I said that?
You said unfortunately.
On the fourth week we made it? Oh my lord. I'm sorry.
Fortunately.
So, when we went to the cop car, we turned right. It wasn't the road; it was off road. But but she got on the road. It was a she. No comment. Got on the road when she noticed it, and everything turned out good. But you can't really blame her for that situation because it was raining. It was foggy, so even I couldn't really see. So I'm not mad about that. I'm good. Not a deal with people. But I'm on the call to them because I feel the credit.
You don't need to apologize. I'm doing my job. That's all.
I know, and I respect that. I respect.
Have you ever been arrested for a DWI before?
No, sir. I've never been arrested, period, so. I hope that we just sound like one of the cuter people that you've had in your cop car. Do not confirm or deny, please.
Yeah, I can talk about that.
Yeah, you can. For legal purposes. I'm too cute for prison. Don't you not
Oh.
Anyway, you guys are stuck with me, though.
That's alright, I've been worse.
Back at the station, the seduction doesn't stop.
Alright, someone tell me something.
I remember you. You would come up to the Alcatel with your face mask and be like, that man is so fine.
Yeah.
And then, like, respectfully, though.
Oh, yeah.
Always, he's like, I'm a mess right now. Face mask on, but I was like, that man is so fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's get back to
Obviously,
business.
nobody wants to date everyone. So, you are such a nice man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Come on,
it.
Rod.
Okay. I'm getting prepared.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hope I haven't been disrespectful. I hope I haven't been disrespectful to your dog.
But even as she waited for the
Ow.
medical examination, she couldn't resist flirting with
Who
others
hit
in an
me?
attempt to lessen her sentence.
What do you suggest?
Oh, you're good.
Okay, maybe a little.
I don't know, I should remind me of Lulu just a little bit.
You wanna know what the problem with Lulu?
She never shows up.
Not just that, but she keep getting in trouble for no reason.
I know.
I'm glad I didn't get in trouble with my TikTok.
I know.
I mean, I bet her day is. I bet her day really closely. While uploading it, because she could know that I had trouble. You hear me?
Thankfully, this didn't seem to change anything in her charges, as she was hit with an aggravated DWI and reckless driving. At the end of the day, though, a DUI never gives that big of a sentence, at least not compared to what Amelia Bassoon was trying to dodge, as she attempted to seduce the cops and get away with murder. Amelia was arrested in connection with the murders of Cindy and Sean Stack. They think she helped her husband cover up the crime, but she will do everything she can to get away with it, including flirting with the detectives.
Oh,
So
God.
while this case started in a playful manner, it quickly evolved into one of the most intense interrogations of all time.
They're dead. They're both dead. I didn't do anything.
The detective starts by reading out her rights and getting some basic information.
Am I like getting arrested or something? Normally when this starts is like someone getting in trouble or arrested or something.
Well, we just, like I said, we want to be able to talk to you.
Already, it's obvious that Amelia is making her voice high-pitched and speaking in a timid tone of voice. While this could just be what she sounds like normally, other footage of her suggests otherwise.
I don't want to press charges, but I would like a no contact order. Okay.
Her change in tone could also be a reaction to being in a stressful and uncomfortable situation. And as the interrogation continues, she begins to show more and more of these flirtatious signs.
What happened with Josh? Did you say that? Did I hear you say he shot himself in the leg?
Yeah, so in December he went bowling. The bullet went around the bone and around the artery. Through and through.
Jeez, that's lucky.
I know, he's crazy.
How long you guys been married?
It'll be a year in September.
Oh, okay.
Here, Amelia gathers her hair and moves it all to the right-hand side, exposing her neck on the left. The neck carries the jugular, an important and vulnerable part of the body that many people will make an effort to protect. However, when someone feels comfortable or safe around someone, they're likely to expose their neck by tilting their head or moving their hair to the side, suggesting attraction, or at least the desire to
It
show
don't
it.
work with that law enforcement.
So, Amelia, I can tell you the reason why we're here today. Because of that issue with that. Okay. All right. Does that surprise you?
For this type of situation, yeah. Like this intense and I got to makes sense.
Well, let's walk through it a little bit, okay? Let's walk through that and see how maybe we came here today, all right, and find out if this was just a misunderstanding or what, okay?
The story ended with Cindy and Sean dead, but started with an equally disgusting crime. Amelia was an employee at Chase Bank and exploited her position to steal
Wait, what did that
$50,000
say?
from a
An
dementia-ridden
employee
man.
at Chase
She
Bank.
wrote
Chase
2 checks
Bank.
from his account, and her
Damn, I
husband
even have an
Josh
account with them one
deposited
time.
his accounts. When Cindy and Sean started asking questions, Josh purchased a gun and shot the pair in their own apartment. This interrogation is not only to uncover the details behind the theft, but also to determine what part she played in the killings.
So what happened with this write-up? So, I mean, had you been a banker for him for a while? I mean,
Yeah, so I've been a banker since I moved here.
so what happened with these checks?
Nothing, she called them, had some record over the security. So when they came in, they pulled like call logs, they pulled over cameras, just to make sure like little signature files. Because I mean, it's still federal, so they wanted to make sure that I wasn't like, I guess, stealing.
When you talked to Gerald, I mean, how did he appear to you? Was he a young guy, old guy? Well, how did he appear to you when you talked to him? He was okay? Do you ever have any issues when you talk to him about remembering things or anything like that?
Like I know like a little about himself, like he had brain surgery. But for the most part, he remembers things. Other than that,
Okay. Yeah, nice guy.
Amelia does her best to seem open and honest here, but as soon as she finishes up talking, she brings her shoulders up, hunches over slightly, and crosses her arms. All movements that are done to protect vital parts of the body and are obvious tells that someone feels uncomfortable. These signs only become more apparent as the interview continues.
What did he have you do? Like, what did he ask for?
no, you just see the 2 checks and I got them out of each. And the grandson came and picked him up.
The grandson came and picked him up?
It was either the day before or the day after. I opened up an account for him.
Oh, so he must have just deposited those checks into the account?
I
honest with us, okay?
They
So
don't.
let's go on a little bit more, okay? But the truth is gonna be the best thing right now. This happened in May.
What is it?
Is the account still open?
Amelia's speech has become much shorter and unclear, and she continues to seem more and more uncomfortable when pressured about Gerald's banking records. Of course, the detective has noticed this and is seeing straight through her original timid and playful demeanor, so he decides to ramp up the pressure.
You can do it.
At a certain point in time, we have to move past it, right? He's a nice guy, and I'm sure you really do care about him. You see that?
But it's not like I don't know.
No. Did you take advantage of that on you?
I don't want to say I took advantage of him. He's a really nice guy.
And, Josh, did you ever talk to them?
No, he never spoke to me. He doesn't even know me.
Were you mad I tell you something?
What?
Me ask you something. Did you get a claim?
Yeah, but I haven't.
You opened it?
Yeah, but I don't remember it.
That's on TV? Oh, I thought it was in our area.
Maybe in Texas.
I'm calling.
You don't remember if she gave you the address or not?
She never did.
I'm not hearing him. Good.
Josh went over there and you
What
didn't
the
know?
heck?
I mean, how would he know where he lives?
That's not the question I was asking. Is it possible that he went over there? So
Not that I know.
you can't say for sure he did it, didn't you?
I can say no.
How
Why
can you
not?
say no?
Because he doesn't know he doesn't know that.
Amelia now decides to change strategies. Instead of her original flirtatious and playful demeanor, she switched to an innocent and clueless one. At points, she even smiles and laughs while being asked serious questions in an attempt to downplay the intensity and pressure. This is a sign that the facade she's put up is starting to break, and the detective takes this as an opportunity to press her even further.
Keep
You
going.
need to start understanding the severity of the situation. Because I don't know if you really do, right? And I think you need to start understanding that how this interview goes and what decisions you make here are going to affect your life for a long, long, long time. If you think that you had this all planned out, and again,
You
not
don't
saying
have
it
all
badly,
this
but
right now.
this is what
No,
we
me
do.
turn this back on
Okay,
me.
when we make mistakes, we figure things out. Okay, all right.
There
You
is
know
a
what's
knife
going on
before
here,
that in the
right? You know
background.
who's going over this right now? You and Joshua. Okay, you need to start thinking real hard, and real fast. Okay, who is involved in this and what happened? Okay.
That's all I know.
Okay. Things got out of hand. Okay? This got out of hand. I think what happened was Cindy was asking you for this money back and you didn't have it. And there's some issues there. Okay? So once again, when we make a mistake, we do something wrong and the ball gets rolling, we can't stop it. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Listen, you have your whole life ahead of you. You have everyone's life. You have an obligation. So whatever happened beyond, we need to know. Because if you want to keep going with what you're telling us, okay, then we're gonna have to go on that, all right? And you have to understand. If somebody did something, we need to know now.
Talking about her son obviously strikes a chord with Amelia, and as interrogations are all about exploiting emotions to extract the truth, the detective jumps on this to make her as vulnerable as possible.
Did Josh put you up to this? Well, this is the stuff we need to know. Listen, if he put you up to it, he put you up to it. That's okay. Again, like Detective Reggie said, I think you're kind of at this crossroads right now, okay? You've got Josh, who you probably love, and he's your husband, okay? But you also have Julian. And you got to picture that little boy, you got to picture not being able to watch him grow up. Think about that for a second. Think about being put somewhere very far away from him, and the only way you're going to have contact with him is through letters.
You don't want that.
You're going to get pictures in jail, in prison, of your little boy growing up. That's your future.
You want to lock you up with
I
it.
don't
No,
know
no.
what he did, but I mean, he knows the relationship that I have with Mr. Stack. He knows that. I mean, I would take him food, like.
You're not
So
helping.
at a point, he would get upset with me that like I'm too nice, that I can't kind of act with my customers. But he's the old guy. He has no family. Well, I mean, I talked to him because you know he's my husband. I talked to him.
Did Josh say that you kind of were owed this money because you were taking care of this guy?
I don't know if he said that, but
Something like that?
I don't want to get in trouble. I didn't do anything.
We need to know. Well, then tell us, okay? Tell us. They're both dead.
I feel like you did.
They're dead. So now we really need to know.
At this point, all all of the games that Amelia was playing have gone out the window. Whether
Uh-huh.
she's innocent or
Taco.
not, she's now being accused of aiding a murderer and is faced with losing her job, house, and a 7-year-old son. So,
Damn.
understandably, she's starting to get incredibly scared.
I do not want to go to jail. I don't. Like, if I get fired, okay, let me get fired at work, but I don't want to go to jail. I didn't do anything. I didn't plan anything. I didn't conspire anything. I didn't do anything.
Did he think I did fire
From
anything?
here, the detectives try to capitalize on this, using her vulnerable state to try and extract as much information as possible from her. But Amelia asserts that she's only told the truth throughout the entire interrogation. She didn't know Cindy and Sean were dead, and she had nothing to do with their murders. But here is where the interrogation takes a
Okay.
massive turn. These detectives have now been talking to her for over 2 hours, and they've executed this style of interrogation almost perfectly. But for the last few hours, they've just been going around in circles to no avail. So instead, they leave the room to discuss a new approach. And that's when detective number 3 enters with blankets and a kind, apologetic tone.
Hey, you need to talk. You need to be up and speak to me. They tell you who they work for? We're on the side. So,
No,
and they want you to be a witness, not a suspect.
that's why I want to talk to them because I just don't want to be involved in any of this.
Okay.
I don't want any part of this. I want to be able to go home.
Okay.
Entering like this after such a stressful experience with the other detectives will set Amelia's mind at ease and subconsciously enforce the idea that he isn't a threat.
Always
At the start of the
remember they're
interrogation,
smart.
Amelia was trying to seduce the detectives in an attempt to get better treatment and hopefully even a lighter sentence. So if the third detective plays into this by treating her kindly and playing her game, maybe he'll have a chance of finding out what really happened.
Uh-oh.
In these cases, you can't lie. You can't, which means holding something back, telling a partial truth, or just flat out lying. That is accessory. You're protecting someone. And I'm telling you right now, you don't need to do that. If you know what happened, I didn't tell you what he did. Don't you have to say anything?
No, he just told me if you say anything, then, like, if you, because, I mean, I'm not stupid.
Okay, but eventually he told you what happened.
No, he didn't tell me that he killed anybody. Or that he was going.
But you know that he was going over there.
I knew that he was going over there.
What day?
He told me, he's like, don't worry about what I'm doing. I'll take care of it.
Talking about them.
I'm guessing so, because that's just what he keeps saying.
Your importance is in details, not in vagueness.
They told me I'm going to jail regardless.
Well, I doubt that the fraud part may be, but that's nothing. That's nothing compared to these charges for first-degree murder.
If I say all of these things, will I get in trouble?
If you don't say any of these things, you're definitely gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
But this is why I'm scared. If I say these things, like, I didn't do any of
Put it
this.
this way, if you protect him and you don't tell us everything, then you're part of the crime.
Amelia is now met with a harsh dilemma.
Be
She
honest.
has to either gamble that the detectives never connect her to the crime and face felony charges herself, or fess up and snitch to the police,
Yeah.
likely sending her husband to jail for the rest of his life.
You have Nico to
This
go
is
to jail.
her last chance to make the right decision, or she'll never see her son again.
Damn, that's what she's hidden.
Yeah, go ahead.
By knocking you, son. Come on, be honest.
She wanted to know. She went with her dad to the bank and she looked at the transaction history and she wanted to know.
We're about to end this lie in a minute.
I can't help her much. And then he's over my shoulder listening to my conversations with her. And he's just like, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. He just wasn't having it. He didn't want me to talk to her. He didn't want me to contact her.
And who we talking about her?
The guy's daughter.
You know her name?
Cindy. She doesn't know her Cindy.
And he knew who Cindy was.
Only because of the conversations that me and her were having. The next day he went and got a gun. I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday. He called out of work. He said that I'm gonna take care of things. The next day he comes home and he's like banging on the door. This is like
Where the apartment, or the house where we were at today?
yes.
Okay.
He came banging on the door. When he came home, he took the gun apart. He was shaking. He took all his clothes off. He put it in a garbage bag, and then he went by his mom and dad's house.
When did you become aware that he was involved in the murder?
Well, I didn't know what happened. I just stopped hearing from her. And then when I said something about, can I call her? He told me no. And then he got really mad at me and he was like, you say something with Julie.
Okay, he's not gonna say that unless he told you about the murder. That's the part that's, so when did he tell you about the murder? Okay, so you gotta let this go, you can't, anything you hold back is not gonna look good. You got to just tell him, it hurts, it's scary, I understand that, but not talking is worse for you than talking.
It was, he
Can
never,
you describe how, what,
he never physically said like what he did or if anything was done.
did he say he shot him?
Well, I'm guessing he had a gun, so.
No guess. Did he tell you that he shot him?
Yes.
He said he shot him.
And with that, the detectives managed to use Amelia's tactics against her and got her to confess to her own husband's crime.
There you
The
go.
detectives also stuck to their word and, after confirming she had nothing to do with the murders, dropped the charges against her. She was,
See,
however,
there you
still
go.
charged with
Now be honest.
theft and sentenced to 3 years in prison.
Oh,
Josh,
well,
however, was found guilty of the
a little
first
bit.
3 murders of Cindy and Sean Stack and was sentenced to life.
This girl went missing hours ago and was trapped down a well. However,
What?
miraculously, she survived, and this man was able to rescue her. But there are countless other examples of when missing children
Wow.
realize they've been saved, like when this child was found in the middle of the woods. Or when this boy was saved from drowning after being ditched by his own father in the
What?
middle of a river. Let's first join this detective who's trying to figure
Hell
out
no.
why this 2-year-old boy was found alone next to a busy road with no parents in sight.
Is it this little guy? Yeah. He was so close to the street. Yeah, you know, scary. He's having feathers. He's not very carefree. No. My husband's been driving around. He can't find anybody.
And he was walking this way, right?
He was coming towards this way. Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
The young man on the bike found the toddler playing right next to the road with his ball and stayed with him until more help arrived. Those on the scene had tried to find anyone nearby that knew the boy, but to no avail. What's strange, though, is that he didn't seem at all stressed or concerned. In fact, it looks as though he's just wandered straight out of his house and onto the street.
Did you see where he came from?
I'm sorry, Anna.
I'm pretty sure he came this way. And he was coming down the street. I thought, looking around, I was like, there's a random child standing there.
How old do you think he is? Like 1?
No more than 2.
Can you hold him and face him our way so we can snap a photo of him real quick? Say cheese! Cheese! You got one? What's your name? What's your name? You like Batman?
It turns out his name is Mateo, and after sending a photo around the police department, the officers are able to find the address he belongs to. The issue is, the cops can't be sure if it's even safe for him to be there. What
Oh,
sort of parent
hell.
would let their 2-year-old wander off like this? So the cop heads to the address himself to scout it out, and he simply couldn't have expected what he was met with.
Hell no. I'm going my way with hell. F no.
Are you missing a little boy?
No, I'm not.
Are you? Do you have a little boy? Wait, we have.
Wait, I remember the court video.
Mateo, what?
Is that, ma'am, is this your son?
Yes, why?
Okay.
My God.
I remember the court video out of nowhere.
You got out?
It's off my YouTube channel.
With Mom.
It turns out the mother had absolutely no idea that Mateo was missing, and actually just thought he was sleeping in his room. It's obvious that she cares about him though, and it seems as though this was just an innocent mistake. So the cops decide to reunite this mother with her baby, while also
Yeah,
making sure that this
I
will
remember
never
this.
happen again.
How old the kid that found him?
I'd say like 13.
Really? Good for him.
Really? Good for him.
Look, you are okay.
So my kid is okay.
He's fine. You have Mateo? That happens. Okay. We get it. Hey, there he is.
I feel like something happened that situation, but yeah, okay.
Look at that smile.
You got you. Hey, bud. You're gonna have to put another lock on that door.
No, I usually come off the top. You can't do that. But
You're gonna have to get those adult-proof things they put on the doors.
Yeah. For the door. Do you have? Is there? All right. Is there a knob on the inside door, or is it a handle?
Wait, what?
Okay. You can buy the thing that goes around the knob.
So there's a real life situation that can
But it won't allow
happen?
him to
I had about 400 of them at my house.
You're really just doing stuff. Everything that is playing on this can happen. Because it did happen.
In the span of just 30 minutes, Mateo was reunited with his mother, armed with some bulletproof parental advice from the
makes
officers.
sense.
But this next missing child wasn't as fortunate, and it
What?
took 3 years for him to be found.
What?
Is it him?
A little bit older, but yeah.
What? But
Police,
yeah.
when they realized Connor Jack was even still alive. He's an autistic teenager who went missing in
No.
September of 2019 in California when he was just 16, and a search effort came up totally dry. That was until April of 2022, when a resident of Park City, Utah, called the cops to report a man sleeping outside a local gas station. Due to the high altitude, the area rarely saw homeless people as it's simply too cold, so the cops investigated to make sure the man was safe.
You look like you're shivering. You cold? You want to come sit in this car and warm up for a minute? Can't have you sitting in front of the door here all night. No, you're not being taken anywhere. Just come sit in the car and warm up. Where's your shopping cart at? You got stolen. That's no good. Okay. You have a knife or a gun or anything like that? Okay.
These cops had actually been in contact with the man multiple times over the last few days, but
Really?
were unable to get any information out of him. And it's not hard to imagine why. Take a look at the way he talks to the cops and how closed off he seems to be, despite how friendly and helpful the officers are.
Where were you at when your shopping cart got stolen?
Oh well.
What's that?
It doesn't matter.
This situation was just so strange, and the cops decided to take his fingerprints and do some investigating. What they uncovered was an arrest warrant from Nevada from February, thickening the plot further. But it turns out this arrest warrant would break the story wide open, as the
Wait,
cops
what?
were able to use the name listed to uncover a missing persons poster and contact who they thought could be his parents. Without skipping a beat, they drove from Idaho Falls to Utah, and this is the interaction that followed.
The missing person photo that we located in the
So was the last one for a missing person?
And then the photo that came from
He's
Nevada.
been missing since he was 16.
Holy crap.
Is it him?
A little bit older, but yeah.
A little bit older, but yeah.
His ears. He looks pretty similar to this. His hair is longer right now. His beard's a little bit thicker.
Oh.
I definitely will do my best to bring him home.
After a long 3 years living homeless on the cold streets of Park City, Utah, Connor Jack was finally reunited with his family. It's incredible to think that this kid survived alone for 3 years, but this next child was close to not making it, if it wasn't for the
What?
help of man's best friend.
I remember this one too.
I remember some of these.
This police canine was the only way that this 3-year-old boy was found after he wandered out of his garden and into the woods of DeLand, Florida. Apparently, he'd gone missing
Look, I
early in the
can't
morning,
remember
and the
this.
police were called at around 11:30 a.m. when the family was at a loss. With how thick and hard to traverse Floridian forests tend to be, the cops decided they'd bring Midnight the sniffer dog with them to try and track
Midnight,
down the
good
boy.
dog,
After
guy.
providing him with a blanket covered with his scent, Midnight was quickly off in search of the 3-year-old.
Hey man, are you on a phone? Yeah, can you stay here?
Never done
Midnight
a
had picked up the trail so quickly that he was practically dragging his
burrito.
handler through the woods. We also get a great view of the garden
Never
where the
done
boy
them.
went missing, a trail that leads straight into the forest with no fences, gates, or anything to stop a curious toddler from simply wandering off.
There you go.
How you doing?
After
And
about
that's a
90
black
seconds
lab,
of
too.
searching, though, Midnight seems to lose the scent. But that's when the officer hears something from the bushes.
Finally, I think. Why you get me? I gotta be pretty hard.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Damn.
I'm coming. Here, Bubba. Find the Bubba. Come here, buddy. Come on, I'm gonna take you home.
Look at you
I'm
all.
gonna take you home, okay? Hey, buddy. Here, buddy. Come on. Hey, buddy. Good job, buddy. Good job, Midnight.
Midnight. Oh.
Home,
But
the
if
boy
we
was
did
finally
dolphin
found,
at
and
midnight.
all of it thanks to Midnight and the officers finally reuniting with his family.
No.
The mother, of course, was over the moon to have her boy back in her arms, and the canine Midnight was, of course, rewarded with a little treat.
Yay!
The unfortunate truth is that this missing child was not an isolated incident. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, over 460,000 children are reported missing every year in the United States, and many of these children simply get lost in places they've never been, just like the case we just witnessed. With many children lacking access to a phone or awareness of the area, their best bet is to alert people nearby. The average child
But
can
I
scream
can't
between
doing in
90
the
to
wife, but I
100
don't think you are
decibels,
at the
which
moment.
in the middle of
I
a
don't feel
forest
like it.
would reach
Huh?
about this far.
There's
But this
nobody
alarm made by
in
Lifeguard,
here.
the sponsor of this
Period.
video, is able to reach about this far, helping
You only
alert
got two
any people in the
lights.
vicinity for louder and longer than the average child can scream.
Well,
The
we have
safe key is
9
an
Dewey.
easy-to-carry self-defense and safety alarm. By simply pulling the pin, the safe key lets out a 130 to 140 decibel sound, helping alert people nearby. It can also be of use in
Interesting.
situations
I
where
can't
you are
have one of
attacked,
them.
helping alert nearby people and help scare off the attackers. And because I know how useful this product
I
was,
can't have one of
decided to
them.
strike a deal with Lifeguard
Court
for you
building.
guys. The first 500 people that click the link in the description and order an alarm gets 50% off.
I already
That's
think I
$23
have
per
one.
SOS alarm. So simply click the link in the description and it's
Echo,
early
Echo
for half
one.
the price. And of course, thank
It's
you
good to
Lifeguard for
have.
helping protect my viewers and sponsoring this video. But now let's take a look at this
Turn
case
off.
where a mother and her child accidentally crashed their car
Announcing
into
on
a
all
ditch.
devices.
Police were in a race to
No,
help them
no,
both
no.
escape.
Echo. Turn off.
Yeah, baby's breathing.
A mother and her child crashed in Flagler County, Florida, and had managed to drive into a ditch
I
filled
turned
with
off
water.
all
Their
devices.
car was upside
Okay.
down and filling with water. Neither the mother or child
What
were
the
able
hell?
to escape on their own, so
Okay.
the race was on to save them both.
Hey, can you hear us? The sheriff's office. All right, I got a female bleeding heavily.
Oh, damn.
She's above water. Is the baby above water?
Yeah, baby's breathing.
You be careful what you say. Yeah, I know. I doubt you.
Oh my God.
Let's get the baby out.
We're coming, man.
All right, we're gonna get your baby first. All right, we got a kid in here. Yeah, this baby's head is just barely above water.
Oh, shit.
Just barely
I'm
above.
fine.
Got the door.
How about you step
Oh, damn.
Step in there, I'll get the baby out for you and hand you the baby.
All right, I got the door.
Hey, sweetie, are you
We
what?
got a child that's really not responding. She's above the water.
Are you okay?
What?
She is. Yeah, she is responding, but she's saying she's pretty hurt. Somebody.
There's the baby.
The baby was passed off to another member of the fire and rescue department whose sole job was to warm her up and ensure she's safe. With how little she was responding, the panic wasn't over yet. But most importantly, the mother's still in the car and she's bleeding profusely. They
Damn.
need to get her out and get to the hospital quickly, or this kid might wake up alone.
Hey, she breathing
Oh, no.
She was breathing. Get me a roof ladder. Come there, purchase some guys too. I got a window. I got a window. I gotta put a roof ladder. Are you able to reach in here to move the seat forward? You able?
I'm sitting on
No,
the door.
don't bust the window.
I'm not.
I'm gonna cover you right now, okay? I wanna see if I can reach it. Hey, get me a roof ladder. There it comes. Hey, I want you to position the roof ladder right in here. Watch your foot, watch your foot. Hey, I'm gonna need a lot of hands on this right now. Can one of you guys hold the ladder like that? Yep, perfect. So it doesn't go anywhere. You know that? I'm gonna have to pull you off, okay? I know. I'm sorry. This will have to happen in order for me to get you out. You got the ladder? All right. Put that back one on here. Anthony, take care of the baby. We'll get the pool out.
It's taking a huge group of EMTs, cops, and firemen to get the mother out of this car, and it's getting more and more hectic by the minute. But this one man is managing to stay calm and
Can we go
orchestrate
ahead
this
and,
entire rescue mission
interlock,
by
please?
himself. It should only be a matter of time before they
Why?
get her out.
Because
They
you're
just have
dozing
to
on and
hope they
off
were
from
quick
sleep.
enough.
I'm not.
There you are.
Alright, you're good right here. Hey, sir. In my throat.
Yes,
On the
ma'am.
right hand side, there should be a rope. Okay. Yeah, this button.
Okay, hang on.
Tag lights to the right. It's the button.
I get it.
You're good. You're doing great, man. You're doing great. Take nice and deep breaths.
What?
What do you need from me?
That poor lady.
We're gonna have to pull her out.
I
That's gonna be a
know.
lot of. So, Gunner, get the utility rope. Gunner, utility rope.
Utility room.
All right, you ready?
Oh, no.
No.
What's your
I
name?
can't breathe.
Nick.
What do you need? Nick, I'm Dave. What do you need, man?
Dave. All right, I'm just trying to get her up on this board.
But we don't understand now.
If you guys are on scene, we need your man out. All right. Hey, I slide this board off real quick. Right here. Leave it right there.
Despite the woman being in severe pain, the team was able to use the ladder and rope to lift her out of the car and into an ambulance. But both the mother and the child were taken back to a hospital and treated for injuries. But this next child was in an even more urgent situation, floating
What?
in the middle of open water in what's nothing short of a miracle rescue.
I know. Just calm down. Just calm
Oh
down.
my God.
This man was fishing in the middle of a river in Duluth, Minnesota, when he saw something he
I'm
thought
about to
was
in
seen
my.
out there.
Oh my God.
I know.
Are you gonna be able to make it in the shore? You need some help? Okay.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Well, your dad's back there, but I'm gonna bring you in the shore, okay? I know. Just calm down.
Poor girl.
Die.
Just hold my hand.
Poor die.
No,
Okay.
you can't pull right now. Just hold on a second. Okay, I'm gonna bring you over to land, okay? Just calm down. You're on my boat. You don't have to worry about the current taking you out.
The man knows that the most important thing is to get this boy to safety. He can worry about reuniting him later. However, right now, there's an even more pressing issue at hand. If the boy was to pull himself onto the boat, that side would tip under the surface, filling it with water and ultimately sinking it. So they need to figure out how to get the boy back to shore without sinking the boat and doing them both.
Maybe his hand was
Fisherman
up.
thinks he's figured it out, but it's not going to be easy for either of them.
I figured out a way to get you up and out without bringing all the water in, okay? So I think if you can hold on like that, can you do that for me? Can I get you to shore?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you'll be able to land on the dock, okay? Can you do that for me?
Yes.
You're strong, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I just need to be strong for a few more seconds. All right? So I'm gonna try not to hit you. So I'm just gonna back us up.
And what's this?
Oh, that's my minnow bucket. There's fathead minnows in there, okay?
My dad's
Yep, your dad's not gone. He's just on the other side of that grass over there, okay? Okay.
I've been screaming it for a long time.
I know. Yep.
Okay.
I know.
It sounds as though the boy was actually trying to warn his dad that he was in danger, and he simply wasn't listening. At this point, you got to
Damn.
wonder if it's even safe to return him
I
back to his
thought I was
dad.
saying.
Right now, all he's concerned about is keeping the boy calm and saving his life.
All right, so I'm just trying to do this, okay? Can you hold on? Keep holding on like that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. How old are you? You can't remember? Are you that old? Are you like 101? 102? Yeah, you know, kids do grow up fast. Because I have a kid. You know how old my son is? He is 6. Oh, you're 6? Oh, wow, that's good. That must mean you must
Yeah.
eat all your fruit and vegetables. So what we're going to do is we're almost there, okay? We're making waves. Are you cold? All right, so once we get up there, all you have to do is get on land and you can wait for your dad, okay? I don't know if there's
Any towels or anything? How long have you been in the water? A long time? Okay.
I was dad because you were coming in.
No. I just didn't. I thought he was coming to get you, but
Huh?
he didn't come.
There's a black man saying too.
Yeah, I know you did. I heard
Black
you
man
screaming, so that's
say
why I
so?
came over
There's a
here.
black man saying.
Even more concerningly, it seems as though the boy's father knew he fell in and simply decided not to try and save him. At
What?
this point, there's signs that something is very wrong. Luckily, though, the pair are about to make it to shore, and it won't be long until the man meets his father and finds out exactly what that problem might be.
Is
Yeah,
it
are
the
you still
family
really
fault?
cold?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I need to hold her.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Can you make it up? Hold on. Good job. Yeah, hold on. Let me get this up.
Where was he?
I think he got blown away over there. Come on, let's see if we can find somebody to get you a napkin.
No.
What this case does show is the importance of kids wearing life jackets. If the boy wasn't wearing his, then it's likely this whole ordeal would have ended very differently. But now that he's out of the water, that doesn't necessarily mean the boy is safe. River water can be extremely cold, and a prolonged stay in it could
Hypothermia.
mean anything from slight chills to hypothermia. So it's vital that they find a way to dry him off and warm him up.
Hi, do you have any towels on him? His dad left him stranded out in the middle of the river. And he's
That's a messed
he's
up
saying he's
dad.
feeling cold. I was just somebody that was fishing, but I want to make sure that he's fine. Then we're gonna call 911.
911?
Yeah, we gotta make sure you're doing okay, so you don't have hypothermia.
Wait a minute, I remember this.
Why don't you want to call 911? Are you scared?
I have my back. I remember this.
Okay, well, let me watch it.
It's okay. We just gotta get you on and make sure you're getting checked out.
No.
All right.
I don't want 911. Please, no.
Do you still feel really, really cold?
He don't want his daddy in trouble.
He's got you a towel.
Oh, right there. Where was he?
Yeah, he was in the bay. When I came up fishing, his dad was right next to him, maybe 30, 40 yards west or east of the ramp there. And the current just swept him all the way out here.
Oh.
And his dad was...
Actually, 2 people drowned here in that same spot last year.
Well, it was just one of those things where I thought his dad was coming because his dad has a sailboat right there, and he's still not coming. Still hasn't came in and checked in on him. So
Okay, just pull this up over your head.
yeah, we just gotta make sure we get you warm and that you're gonna be okay because we don't.
I don't want 911.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, we're gonna get you all fixed up here, Jack.
Because
You
I
don't
don't know
want
how
his
long
daddy in
he's been out
trouble.
there in the water prior to me showing up either. So I just want to make sure he doesn't have hypothermia or anything like that. Just gonna say that.
Despite the boy's reluctance to get 911 involved, the adults know that it's the right thing to do. They
Yeah.
can cover him with towels and dry him off as much as they want, but emergency vehicles will be able to fully ensure that he's safe and not at risk of hypothermia or anything else. Around the time of arrival is also when we finally get to meet his dad, and his reaction to finding out what happened
Wow.
is far from what you'd expect.
I'll end this one in a minute.
Very pleased to meet you. Sounds like he was a bit nervous.
Well, he was screaming, and it was like I looked back to see where you were at, and you were a couple hundred yards away. And then I was happy I did come here because they were here and how the boat was able to come and get you.
Yes.
But
You on in my way.
me too.
First I say, $1,000 and
Yeah.
yep, that saved me a bunch of hassle.
Yeah.
Because the river takes him a little bit. I say,
Yeah.
calm down, slowly swim to shore.
Yeah.
You got this. We've been in this before. I tried to get him with the boat, and of course the wind's picking up.
Yeah.
So it just poof, right across the river.
You didn't find nothing.
So I had to try to walk it back. That is super slow.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Yep.
I would chat longer, but I think I need it.
Yeah.
But again, thank you. You might be saving further again.
To put it mildly, something seemed off about
Uh-huh.
the way he reacted to all of this.
Thank you.
Seemed much too flippant and jovial about the whole thing. Saying it had been a hassle to rescue his son seems extremely
It's not no
insensitive.
damn
To be
hassle
frank,
like you,
he
son.
seems like he's been drinking. But regardless, the boy was checked out by EMS and was eventually returned to his family, hopefully for this to never happen again.
Oh.
But nothing comes close to the heroic rescue of this 4-year-old girl who fell down a well and was saved by a Syrian rescue team.
What?
It happened outside of Aleppo in early 2021 when Sumaya was playing near her home and accidentally fell down a well. A branch of the Syrian civil defense was quickly dispatched to see if she was even still alive.
Come on. Buzz.
Oh no!
Somehow, Sumaya managed to survive the fall completely uninjured, if not absolutely terrified. She had walked down a
What
dusty
the
path
hell?
away from the
No.
sunlight, so any longer
She
down there
made
could
it.
have spelled disaster. But this man was
She
about
made
to bring her
it?
back to the
Yeah,
entrance
do you
and save
cry?
her.
Oh! Please don't leave me. That's what she said.
No. She's not talk. She's not speaking American. She's Syrian. So you can't understand her.
I'm sorry. I'm crying too. I'm sorry. Hello? Oh, God.
Sumaya was administered first aid by the rescue team, but was found to be completely fine and uninjured. If somebody hadn't seen her fall down the
Oh
well,
my
then
God.
things could have ended very differently. But thankfully, she was returned home and reunited with her family. The parents are usually mortified, creating some of the saddest moments in the interrogation room. But what happens when instead it's a child's
would like for
own
you to end
parents
your life,
who are
though.
the secret killers?
Is he dead?
There's still nobody
Gotta be
in.
dead.
Here are 4 examples of
You
child
caught
parents
that?
who did the unthinkable and got caught red-handed. Starting with the mother
No.
who got so high, she ended up with her
My
daughter's claw in her
controller's down there
hands.
somewhere.
This is the aftermath of a tragic incident that left a child dead. When officers arrived on the scene, they were met by the distraught driver. However, they quickly discovered there was something much more
I
sinister
just
at
kind of
play.
end my info.
Chastity was driving eastbound on Jasper Road in
Jasper, whoa.
Not here. Okay.
But can our that whoa. Can you hold it? I hope you feel better. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and having my drink.
Don't forget to like, share, and comment and finish your thing.
Don't forget to like, share, comment. Well, we've been major King Creole.
Major scenes.
King.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah. I'll see y'all in that video. There'll deal with people walking. I don't know what the hell I'm doing the outcome, but hey, I'll see y'all in that one. I'll see y'all in that video. What up? Wait. What up?